Dimble got robbed. His bag of
Welcome back to
holding.
another episode of D&D.
But yeah, last time Dimble got robbed. Headed to the Black Steel Bazaar. What else happened?
No, Dimble got robbed. That was pretty much it. I want my stuff back.
We met Ripper.
Can I get a straw poll to get my stuff back?
No. Erik met with his friend, indeed, and they talked a bit about things.
Did you give me a perception
You went to your
check
ship.
for that?
Huh?
Did you give me a perception check for that? I can't remember.
For your stuff getting stolen.
Yeah.
I gave you a perception check with an advantage, and I gave Goat and Lime other perception checks. I think it was Goat and Lime.
I also took one, but
no, because you ran off after Erik, so that's why you didn't.
no, I took one later. I think I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, probably. But yeah, you went back to your ship, and you're about to leave because you found out that Bongo was the victim of spam email, and as you're about to leave, Sean was like, "Nope, we're not leaving. Arcana ships are orbiting around the Black Steel Bazaar." So you're kind of stuck here. You found a tracking device on your ship, and you planted it on some woman's bike, and that's basically where we left off. What you guys want to do?
we're gonna wait until this lady shows up on her bike.
Okay. Is there anything you're doing while waiting?
Just chilling. How about you?
Eric's probably going to do what Eric's been doing the entire time and doing some research into how to bring back Sherry.
Oh wait, no, I will work on personal.
Probably
Yeah,
prepare
you're working on
some
this.
ship for like battle in case we have to do that. I don't really know what that would entail.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Valentine's Day can exist. And wouldn't you know it? It's today.
Oh, guys, it's
Such
only
the
been like
coinky ding.
it's been like a couple days since Christmas, or like a few weeks.
Hey, this universe, Valentine's Day is right after Christmas.
Erik just Erik just lost his girlfriend, and now it's Valentine's Day.
It's not called Valentine's Day though. It's called what should it be called?
Valentino's Day. I don't know.
No.
James' Day.
James
Day. No.
Thundron Day.
It's called Stick Your Dick in a Toaster Day.
What?
Named after the guy who made it. Arnold, stick your dick in a toaster.
Oh,
It's one word. It's one word. It's a very long word. It's Elven.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Actually, it's
Said Valentine's Day, but backwards.
yes.
How creative.
No, it's stick your dick in a toaster day.
Is there like an elven god named that? Some like old saint or whatever.
Yeah, it's shortened to Sticker Day.
Yeah, stick your dick in a toaster. Very hard to spell.
Yeah, but yeah, it is Sticker Day.
Ooh, Astra got gifts for everyone. Somehow.
Where'd you get these gifts from?
How? Who knows? But she got gifts for everyone. Man, I really need to grab more stuffs like Erik for presents.
Ash is going to get gifts for people from this planet. Not planet, space station. There are loads of shops here.
She's gonna get one for
Wow.
everyone in the universe.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay. So it's Asher going to go off and find some presents.
Alright, I'm gonna give Arcana stolen documents for Valentine's Day, for Sticker Your Dick in a Toaster Day.
Erik is going to give loneliness and depression.
I'm gonna like whittle a heart for everybody.
Whittle.
Okay, so is that what Astra's doing? Is Astra going to walk around buying gifts?
You should be very careful, by the way.
Alright,
I guess you are big.
a music box that plays the "It's Not Like I Like You" song.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can take Yandy. Usually you would be like it would be very weird to take an animal across these space stations, but you've seen other animals around this space station. You've seen literally people walking around with horses,
Oh boy.
Oh,
some people
Yuki,
with
I have a
birds,
very important
ravens.
question.
Yeah.
Can true resurrection work on someone already a revenant of them out and about?
No.
Eric doesn't know.
I think you asked this question last
No,
session.
no, no. I mean, this is like, yeah, just because I did like research online, and I legitimately did not find an answer to that question. So now I'm actually
Well,
think
considering
Revenant's a thing you can make up.
I use homebrewed revenants in all fairness, but I would say no probably. Although Eric wouldn't know that.
We don't even know if it is a revenant, huh?
Yeah, you never really figured out for sure. It's just pretty obvious it's a revenant.
It's just
It-
like
it-
really,
It never
really
came back
obvious.
though. At least to us.
It's like if you saw a giant on fire and you're like, we don't really know if it's a fire giant, but it's a fire giant. Okay, so Astra's taking her armor, sword, and money and going shopping. How much money are you going to spend? Just so I know a rough estimate of the quality of gifts that you're getting people.
$5.
Because we don't need to roleplay the entire day. But could do. I'll roleplay bits of it, because there are important things that can happen. Just PM me on Reddit. Is anyone else doing anything? Why did I say Reddit? Discord. I literally called Discord Skype earlier today.
Going back in time.
Yeah.
Can we go back to Skype? I liked it better.
No.
No. God,
Jesus Christ, no. Dear God, no.
Bongo literally like.
I'd rather get tree aids.
Skype is such an easy to use platform that is so mainstream.
And doesn't have any problems whatsoever.
I mean, the new Skype is kind of better.
It's kinda better.
Here, let me open it up.
Let me just open up new Skype.
Nope. Quit.
Quit Skype.
Oh wait. Here, I'll update it real quick.
Oh yeah, you gotta update it first.
I'm gonna like whittle hearts. That's how I do.
Okay, you're whittling hearts.
Whittle
But they're, like,
hearts.
personal ones. They've got like the names on it of everybody and a little like cartoon face, you know.
Like
Okay.
The S
Give me
backwards.
a sleight of hand check.
Can I have advantage since I'm like an expert?
Yeah, I'll say with all your whittling you can have advantage. Yeah, they're pretty well made.
Yay.
Yee.
Obviously, yeah, James just spends some time whittling. Dimble's working on Arsenal. Eric is reading up desperately to try to find a way to resurrect Sherry. Sort of all doing that in your own rooms. Just keeping to yourself while Astra goes out and looks for things. Which I'm stalling for because Slime hasn't sent me things yet.
Is
So,
Lime typing?
did you ever hear
Yeah.
the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Nah, I'm really good. I'm good.
Darth Sherry the Wise?
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you.
It's not a story the No Name for Now 4 players will tell you. It's a No Name for Now 5 legend.
Even though it has, like, same players.
It is literally the same players. Because we didn't have Bearpaw, we had Goat, Dabo, Lime, Rob, myself. We had Josh, but who cares about Josh?
Wait, what about me? I'm looking at new Skype. Nothing has changed.
What? Yes? What? What are you talking about?
I
Okay.
got 0 changes.
Dabo, you gotta update further then. It's time to go even further beyond. I need that. I like how I can just like type in Darth Plagueis and it'll automatically bring up a link to the Darth Plagueis tragedy meme. It's great.
Oh man, Crazy just got the best idea for TDP All-Stars. Apparently Crazy thinks every single player in the season should be part of the jury.
No.
That can only end well.
No.
I mean, it would kind of be a fun idea.
No.
I mean, it wouldn't work because, say, like, what would the first boot realistically know about the dynamics of the end game?
I don't know anything about the end game of TDG right now. I think that's what ladders are for, you know. Plus, the first boots usually aren't active enough to come back and vote.
What's our crew name?
Crew name?
Yeah, in here.
The crew name is the what is it? It's the Scorpius is the name of the ship, and sort of the name of the crew is the Scorpius crew.
Scorpions.
Scorpius.
No, we're the Scorpions.
Why do you gotta
Okay,
know,
sure.
huh?
We're the
Bongo,
We're the Scorpions in the Scorpius crew.
Sure. Okay. Lime. That's gonna cost you about probably. I'll say 100 gold. Okay, but you get everything but the thing for James. So 100 gold for everything but the thing for James. Okay.
Ooh. That means mine's
Okay. Cool. Just
expensive.
mark that 100 gold off, and yeah. So you walk around and you get most of the gifts you want to get. You just walk around. You find things. You're not entirely sure what to get for some people, but you do sort of ask around, and you think you get a decent deal on some things. You think you overpay for some things, but you get something. You get enough of your things. However, the thing that you want to get for James eludes you. You just simply can't find what you're looking for until you come across a strange market stall that seems to be a little bit more secluded than everything else. Behind it, you see a very old lady with long black hair who just seems to be staring directly at you with a very strange look.
Is it true?
It's not true.
Darn. Should I just leave and you guys can roleplay this and I'll join back in?
Jesus Christ.
The dragon part.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, Astra, you see this old lady just sort of looking at you very strangely. It might stand out even more because of the amount of people who seem to be avoiding people's gazes in this place, but she just seems to be looking at you.
Oh, golly.
I'm just going to walk up to her. She's like, "Hello, dearie. Would you like to buy one of my wares?" And you see she's got a stall that's very poorly built, and it's just scattered with things. You see what looks like a small stone that seems to be floating ever so slightly off of the table. You see a bag that you recognize as a bag of holding, and a few other small trinkets, small necklaces, small bracelets. But those two items particularly catch your eye: the bag of holding and this small floating stone.
You son of a.
Honestly, bag of holdings pretty much look the same. Give me a perception check.
You just see my
Just to
name
see.
written on. You see my name written on it. It's like, could this
I
be
w-
Dimble's?
I wouldn't be surprised if Dimble wrote a "if lost, return to." Yeah, you look it over and you do see something that you noticed on Arsenal, which just seems to be a small little insignia that Dimble seems to make on all of his things. So it's most definitely Dimble's bag of holding.
My insignia is a 5-leaf clover. It goes beyond extra lucky.
Oh, that is a magical stone which floats above people's heads. That it levitates around someone's mind. It glows with a small light. It's good if you're scared of the dark.
Okay, so it's
What?
like perfect for James.
Beautiful.
Oh, just one gold piece.
One.
You just sort of hand her a gold piece, and she just hands it to you. As soon as she hands it to you, roll me 1d14.
Oh,
I know that's a weirdly specific number, but yeah.
1d14. Can we get a d14 in here? I'm gonna look up a picture
8, okay,
of a d14.
cool.
Okay, that is not a dice. That is a computer part.
Okay. Yeah, you take it. It is a this sphere. As soon as you take it, seems to glow with a small pink and green pattern along it. It's very small. It's about the size of a grape. Oh, this bag. Oh, it's a small coin purse. I think I found it on the ground. It doesn't appear to have anything in it, but uh, I'll give it to you for 1 gold.
Wow.
I love this woman.
Oh, thank you so much, dearie. And she just sort of hands it to you, and you yeah, just hand a gold to her.
How is there such a nice woman in this place?
Is there anything else you'd be interested in? You sort of look around the rest of her things. You get the feeling those are the only 2 useful items she had. The rest are like small little trinkets, little wooden carvings, very knickknacks. It almost looks like things that
Oh.
she's just found lying around.
They found James's stuff.
My stuff?
Yeah, your wooden carving.
I didn't know I got that stolen. What? Wait a minute.
I don't think he did. I was joking. Hey James, did you lose anything?
Just my memory.
Oh, okay. Roll for memory.
Okay, you sort of leave, and she just sort of nods to you as you leave. Give me a perception check as you leave.
She robs you.
No, you don't notice anything. You just sort of head back the way you came, and
Okay, Lion-
manage to make it back to the ship in one piece.
I totally just got robbed.
Lost all your knickknacks.
What about James? No, didn't you? You were looking for some sort of necklace that would give him a buff, but you couldn't find anything like that. Closest thing you could find was this small little stone. That seems to be some level of magical, but a small light, maybe.
Face collection.
Eric's face collection. Yes. Erik has a great face collection.
But if you want to keep looking for a gift for James, you can do. Just keep wandering around. You're sort of ambling around because you don't really want to ask for directions here, because most people aren't really sociable, and it's kind of just like, roll a d100 for like just see what you find as you're walking around. Yeah, cool. Roll a d100.
100. Let's go.
You just wander around for a bit. You don't find what you're looking for James, but you do sort of get a little bit of a lay of the land. You notice that on one side of the space station, people seem to look at you a lot more. There seems to be a lot sparser here. There seems to be a lot less people, and they seem to be watching you, actively watching you. They're not really wearing any kind of uniform, but you get the feeling they're part of some sort of gang. So you sort of tend to go away from the area because there's less markets. As you head heavily into the market area, you see more of these guards that seem to part the ways of these crowds, these light lavender armored guards that when they walk down this hallway, everyone moves to the side completely. You think that they are sort of in charge of this side of the space station, and this other strange gang seems to be on the other side. You don't really find any other stalls with some kind of magical necklace, though. And you look around for a good couple hours. Okay. So yeah, you're heading back to the. No. Give me a perception check. Let you have another perception check. Yeah. Not really. She's more of a fighting, looking up for danger sort of thing. No, you don't notice anything stolen. Give yourself a quick pat down. Nothing's gone. Got your armor, you got your sword, got your gold, got your gifts. That's all you had.
Okay, so nothing important as well. Nothing
Stone?
at all.
Yeah, you got. What about the stone? Yeah, you have it. Seems to be glowing with this pink and green light.
Do I have
Yes, you have Yandy.
Do you guys want to see some amazing scripture from Jesus?
Yes. Was it that bike?
Okay, so yeah. Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's who it is. I mean,
But yes, anyway, as Astra finishes up her shopping and heads back to the ship, everyone who's at the ship, is anyone particularly keeping an eye out for this woman returning?
Erik is not.
Eric's just absorbed in his work. Dimble's working on his on Arsenal. I'll say James and Dimble just give me perception checks as you're actively working on this thing, on whittling and Arsenal
Robots.
respectively.
We probably should be appending this lady.
But yeah, Dimble, you actually overhear some sort of muttering. You left the door open just so you could hear if anything was going on. It seems to be quite. Yeah, no, you left the door open just to hear what was going on outside, just to make sure there was no commotion, because this place in the space station is rather sparsely populated. This what's it called? Parking area. So you sort of just leave it open just to make sure no one's trying to sneak up on you or anything. And you, out of the corner of your eye, you see this woman return to her bike. This woman with medium-length red hair, and she sort of seems to be rifling around in a side satchel that is attached to her motorbike. And, sits down and just starts reading through these papers that she's got in her side satchel.
So we should probably get everyone back on the ship like immediately.
Immediately?
Yes.
Why immediately?
Because this lady's gonna leave and we have to go the opposite direction so we can get out.
True.
Remember, there's like a whole plan that she goes off in one direction, the Arcana people track her, we go off the other direction while they're not paying attention.
Boy band?
What?
She's gonna become part of a boy band?
No, not that one direction. Sigh.
Sigh.
So
Yeah.
who's back on the ship now? Is it?
Everyone but Astra. She's gone out shopping. You're not sure where Sean and Sherry have gone. Not Sean and Sherry. Sean and Lata have gone.
Sherry gone, VP?
Sherry's dead. You're not sure where Sean and you remember Sean saying how he's going to work on trying to track Arcana, and Lata said he was going to help. She was going to help him with that. So they're in Sean's room. Erik and Bongo are respectively in their own rooms working on Arsenal and reading up on trying to find ways to resurrect Sherry.
You'll get it one day.
So we need to get Astra pretty fast. I guess she doesn't have her phone, right? Didn't she take nothing? All right.
She didn't take it. No, you see it just lying down on one of the tables. She's left her gear in the base in the ship.
Well, that is fun. Fortunate.
I don't want to go running out there.
You also have literally no idea where she is.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to go running out of her. They just run around, not find her.
Have you seen a woman in armor around here?
Not like they're gonna give any helpful directions here.
Oh yeah, you just gotta take a left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, 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 left, left, right.
You're on your way back. This is kind of happening at the same time,
I think,
but
I'll
you're
just
not
have to
sure
wait.
entirely.
But I'm gonna tell everybody to think this lady's about to leave and to be prepared, and while also keeping an eye on this lady.
So you're just going to go around and tell everyone to that.
Yeah,
Tell
sure.
everyone that. You go to Sean's door and you notice it's locked.
Oh.
I'm just gonna yell, we need to get out of here. Go on, wake up whoever's door is actually open.
Okay, yeah, you go around. Everyone else is fine. From the other side of Sean's door, you say, yeah, okay.
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 Why are you stabbing me to death?
Cause
What did I do?
So about 10 minutes pass, and you're all sort of getting ready to go. Sean's door is still locked, very much locked. But I'm assuming Dimble's probably the second best pilot that you've got. So Dimble's sort of getting ready to fly
Flown off yet?
stuff. After about 10 minutes, she puts those papers back into the side satchel of her motorbike, and she walks off back into this crowd of people in the marketplace. Eric's knocking on Sean's door. Yeah, you knock on Sean's door. No response. I'm a little tied up at the moment.
Oh, wink, wink.
you're just realizing the subtext here now, Bongo.
Didn't he say earlier that him and Lana went off in a room like just 5 seconds ago?
Oh, I missed that. I didn't hear it.
Like how Lime also missed it. Oh, no, I believe Lars is defiling him.
Oh. Erik will pick.
You're going to pick the lock. Give me a. What would that? I'm trying to think. Just give me a sleight of hand check. I was going to make you make a stealth check as well, but they're not exactly going to pay attention. It's sleight of hand to pick locks, which is a dexterity check.
Unlocking, so it's a persuasion check.
No, it's not persuasion. Yeah, well, Bongo could, but You slowly start fiddling around with the lock, but unfortunately that's not enough to pick the lock. The locks on your ship aren't that shit. So unfortunately you don't unlock it.
31.
Why do you?
You basically just stick the picks of this thing in and fiddle them around. It's like, this is how I've already seen other people do it. And it just doesn't work.
That's how we did it in Fallout. Stick a screwdriver and a bobby pin and wiggle around. It comes out.
That's how sex works as well.
Wait,
Yeah.
everything I was told was a lie.
Erik is saying, Dimble, come here, repeatedly.
Sure. Hi.
I'm just gonna tell him it's a false alarm because the lady isn't actually
We'll pick the
alive
lock.
yet.
Okay.
So are you going to start picking?
That was pretty impressive.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So you're going to start picking the lock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately, you basically watch as Eric's still trying to just put these two sticks, effectively, these two little tiny metal sticks. You're not even sure where he got them, probably from his kleptomania. He's just sticking these two little sticks in and just wiggling them around. You're like, no, move over. You don't even need to use your thieves' tools. You just take one of these small metal picks, stick it in, turn it. The door immediately comes unlocked completely, just with one tiny turn. Yeah, door's definitely unlocked now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna open the door.
Yeah, you open the door. Both of you immediately see. Well, you see a sight. You see sheets immediately being thrown over nude skin, and Lata saying something like, "What the hell are you doing, you perverts?"
I'm not
sure.
here, by the way.
Sean moves up and slams the door on you, locking it again, giving you quite a panicked look.
That's how I deal with the grief too.
Oh my gosh. My face hurts.
Oh dear.
Tried going to the doctor. Was I there?
No. Well, I mean, you probably overheard some commotion, but with this crew, it's always some sort of commotion going on.
This crew, am I right? Haha.
And so you just continue whistling your hearts. No whistling your hearts. You sort of come into this scene. You don't really see what went on, but you're like, hey, woman with red hairs just walking away.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, that was an experience.
Oh my god. Oh.
So yeah, are you doing anything immediately?
No. Is there any other cars in this parking lot?
Yeah, there's a few others. I think I mentioned like 4 others. It's very cramped though. Like there's 4 others that barely fit in, and this motorbike is very, very tightly squeezed in next to your ship and the wall.
The stupid robot arm.
Is there maybe? Well, no, I can't. We can't even leave right now because Astra's not back.
Only one of those will be able to happen. And I don't think it's going to be number 1.
It's Sherry going back, actually. That's the one that's going to come
Oh,
true.
sweet. Let's go.
As a revenant.
Oh.
She's going to come back as a revenant again.
Shit.
It's okay if she comes back as a revenant and kills whoever she's supposed to be killing, then that's out of the way and like true resurrection can work. So we just gotta assassinate whoever we think it is.
Wait, do we kill them or like do we have to make it so she kills them?
I would imagine the revenant just
Well,
wants
how
them dead.
how about we don't bring Sherry back?
What the heck? Get out of my Christian campaign.
It's your campaign, huh?
It's my campaign now.
So yeah, since you're just bickering with each
I'm the
other,
captain.
you don't actually do anything immediately. And about 5 minutes after this event happens, Sean and Lata unlock the door and come out. And around the same time, Astra comes back with her arms full of gifts.
Yay! Celebrating
Sean
love.
and Lana already got some gifts.
Hey, Astra. Hey, Astra, how are you doing today?
Oh dear.
The lady almost left on the motorbike, but luckily she didn't. So I'm glad you're back, so that we
You
can
had
get out of
such
here.
a southern twang when saying that.
I like how James is the only one focusing on like the main thing, and everyone else is like, "Oh my god."
Oh my gosh.
Sean
I
and
don't even know
Lata.
this. I don't even know this happened.
Yeah,
What
it's
about
quite
my
funny.
southern twang? See, was it?
When I'm about to type, Erik thinks this, but he doesn't say it out loud.
Hey guys, I brought you some stuff. Happy sticky dick in the toast today.
I think Sean stick his dick in something that toasted him.
Well, if that's how you. From what you saw, it was not that way around.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
But like, okay.
Oh, so Lada's a trap.
No, not exactly.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, not exactly.
Sean
There's
had
tools
No, not exactly. I'm not going to
Uh,
spell it out for you, okay?
it's called strap.
Yes, certain tools were used, just like thieves' tools were used. Let's just say some thieves used were tools. Some thieves' tools were used to pick Sean's lock.
Disgusting.
Oof.
Oh man. Oh, this is the greatest.
What did we
campaign
get
ever.
said? Is that what Astra's bringing us? Thieves' tools?
So yeah,
Anyway,
I'm not making any faces. I didn't see anything.
Sean speaks out immediately. It's like, no one's making faces. Nothing's happening. Nothing's wrong.
I'm just gonna be like, what faces?
Duh? What is
Oh yeah,
wait, how
obviously.
did Lotta learn about that?
Lata and Astra had very different upbringings, despite being childhood friends.
Astra and Lada actually played a lot, and Astra actually thought what she was doing was playing. But
Oh
it was
god,
not.
That's just that. No, okay. But gifts. Not me.
Not.
Save the
Wow.
best for last.
All right, I'll open mine.
Okay. You open your gift and you find. Roll me a d100.
Sure. Oops, that's not. I'm trying to click these stupid no ways away from freaking Rob. 1d100.
You unwrap it and you find some pretty low quality artificer's tools. Nothing you don't already have.
Well,
I mean, Astra doesn't really know what she was looking for. So she's sort of taking it by the merchant's word that it's good artificer tools. So yeah, who wants to open their present next? Sean? Yeah, Sean can. Sean opens his.
Sean opens his and it's some tools.
Oh, okay. Well, he opens it up and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is actually pretty cool. I needed some more of this to make more explosives happen. Thanks." He sort of seems to be sort of awkwardly looking away from you and avoiding eye contact.
I'm gonna open mine now.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure if you needed to roll. Let me check.
Oh, I wanted to.
Oh, no, you didn't need to roll for that because this one Astra had a decent idea of what she was doing. You find a framed photograph of Sherry.
Like,
how do you get that? You go out to the market and get some framed photographs of Mary. Eric's gonna cry so bad.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Astra,
Erik-
the person with very very little social awareness.
Erik immediately forgets about what happened.
So yeah, who wants to open their gift next? I think Lata would open hers. You know what to get her because you know her sort of style and things, and she's like, "Oh, these are so pretty. Thank you so much." Give me an insight check. Yeah, you've known Lata for a long time. Something's a little bit up with her, but it's nothing major. She just seems a bit excited about something.
Excited.
I roll an insight on Astra's
Excited isn't
insight.
necessarily a good thing, you know. Excited can just mean like high adrenaline and stuff. Are you rolling an insight check on who?
I'm rolling an insight check to see if I can tell if Astra notices anything.
That's not what that would be deception
What?
or performance.
What? He's not trying to do anything. He's trying to
Oh.
see if Astra
Rolling an insight check on Astra's insight check, basically.
Well, Astra's insight. Oh, so you're rolling an insight check on Astra, noticing if anything's up with Lata.
Yes.
Probably not, because unless Astra actively does anything to like indicate that she's suspicious of anything, you probably don't notice. It's more something that Astra just puts into the back of her mind, like, oh, that's a bit weird for Lata to be acting like that.
Wow.
I open mine.
Yeah, you can open yours.
She's
You
usually
do
a
not need to
lesbian.
roll anything. You open yours, and you immediately understand its powers.
Lada usually isn't that sweaty.
Understand its powers? Wait.
And covered in cum. What? You take it and immediately attune to it.
Whoa.
Everyone watches as he unwraps this small pink and green swirling stone, which immediately flies to his head and begins orbiting his head like a halo.
I can be your halo.
You can change that on your character sheet, by the way.
I did already.
Cool.
Can I roll for how charismatically I smile at this gift?
What do you want to roll?
Charisma. I mean,
Just roll persuasion. That's charisma skill.
Oh, do you want to see what Erik added to his inventory?
look at that.
A +7 to persuasion now.
One depressing picture.
One depressing picture, lol.
I'm so charismatic right now.
What the fuck?
Excuse you?
In my Christian server?
No charisma. Only I can have the charisma.
Nobody's allowed good charisma.
Wait, can I give my great
You're
gift
going to
out?
actually try. You don't honestly know. You don't know that the stone is increasing his charisma score by 2 up to a maximum of 20.
Oh, come on, you can't just give it away. Great. Oh.
Okay, I have some great gifts.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Alright, so Astra gets that beautiful music box I made.
So you're gonna just play the music box?
Yes.
I'm asking Astra because you're giving it to Astra. Is Astra gonna play it?
Oh.
Roll me a D100. Either of you.
What?
I did it for you.
Okay. It works fine.
You bet it does.
I am.
Perfect.
Except it's except it's actually Dimble singing both parts.
Can I get that on audio real quick?
Oh.
It's not like I like you or anything. Baka.
I'm gonna give people my
Wait.
hearts that are all
Wait,
thanked.
James?
Whatever.
Yeah, you hand everyone a wooden carved heart with it has a little picture of them and their name on it.
To James,
Did I accidentally make one for Sherry?
Yeah, you can.
he gives it to Erik instead.
Yeah.
God.
I'm gonna give Erik one about Sherry.
Oh jeez.
Wait,
No.
is this actually happening?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not actually gonna do that. No.
That would have been so cruel.
You want to know what my actual response would have been if that actually happened.
Probably like killed
Seriously
everyone
slapped James in the face.
with a
Alright,
knife.
okay, James, you get James's sword.
Really? You're actually giving me my sword? That's good, I guess.
You're getting your sword.
I guess I'll never use that.
Dimble, Erik receives a second photograph of Sherry.
Oh,
then
Jesus.
And then Dimble immediately steals back James's sword.
So you're not actually giving me my sword?
Give me a sleight of hand check, and Dabo give me a perception check.
Oh shit.
He tries taking it back from you, and you, lightning fast reflexes, manage to grab it and put it firmly in your bag.
In his bag.
What about the bag of holding? Where did that go in? Did we get that? Or did that
Oh,
end up
the bag of holding? It was stolen, wasn't it? Nobody knows where that went.
Oh, where should
Oh,
it have
yeah,
gone?
my bad.
Astra does have it. Yeah, but she
You
never
haven't
told anyone she has it.
told people.
Wait, can I actually have the sword? Do I get... What is the stats for that?
It's a
Is that actually a
1d6
big thing?
damage.
No, I think it was magical, wasn't it? Or was it not?
It was
No, it wasn't actually.
It was just 1d6 piercing damage.
Yeah, it was a pretty shit sword, to be honest, but it is a family heirloom.
Oh, whoops. Just to
Just
name
like-
that to
Alright.
James,
James
James, as James is putting his sword in his bag, his machete goes wildly flying around as he just
Alright.
drops it all over the floor.
And here is Eric's gift.
Wait, whoops.
James' sword.
Eric, I have put your.
That's
your
my
gift
favorite
down.
of the Blacksworth is James Blacksworth.
Be quiet. Okay, how do I delete the thing?
Okay, what's Eric's gift?
Eric gets this.
Beautiful.
Happy stick your dick in the poster.
What does he get? What?
He got a card.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so Sean sort of, after this has sort of calmed down, Sean speaks up and is like, so what are we going to do? We can't really, like, move off this planet while Arcana's up there.
Can we try and sneak it on someone's ship just as they're leaving?
I mean, we could, but I don't know. If they see another ship but ours leaving, they might not follow it.
Hmm.
Like, they can basically track any ship that's leaving this place right now. And, but it's not exactly the best in space combat. Okay, Eric winks to Sean. Sean doesn't notice.
Oh.
I was
One
kind
thing
of
that stayed constant about Sean is he's not exactly socially adept.
I was kind of hoping Astra would notice.
Astra can give me a perception check, I guess.
Is that bike lady left yet? Keep an eye on that.
You're keeping an eye on that, okay. You don't notice, no. But yeah. It's been about 10 minutes since Astra's been back, and you sort of haven't seen this bicycle woman. But what do you guys want to do?
Bring back Sherry.
No. She went to her bike, ruffled around in her bag, looked at some papers, put the papers back, and then walked off.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you could look in her bag. Everyone looks towards James.
Look in her bag? Hmm. I mean, why? But like, why? What for? Maybe. Alright, fine. I'll go out and look at your paper. Stealthily, of course.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Okay, you move around and you sort of just open up her bag and look inside. You find a few papers, and are you just going to read them there, or are you going to like take them back to a ship and read them as a group, or what?
I'm just gonna scan them real quick.
Okay, after a quick scan, it's a lot of numbers.
That's it. Just numbers. Is there any more?
Yeah, you. So sorry.
Papers?
As you scan through this, there's a lot of numbers. It seems to have a lot of names, cash amounts. You think it might be some sort of like banking list.
It's like hit list, I bet.
Yeah, you assume it could be a hit list. Could be some kind of bounty hit list. You scan the names and you don't recognize any in particular.
Alright, I'm gonna take my customer shop logs out of my bag.
Okay.
Alright, and now we gotta compare the names.
No.
Maybe we'll find a connection.
I'm gonna put the papers back, and then
Okay.
tell everybody that there's this hit list thing.
Okay. You tell them that. Everyone's now aware there's a hit list
Where's this hit list?
in her bag.
In
Should-
whose bag?
The woman with red hair.
Okay.
Are we on it?
You scan and you James scanned the list and he didn't recognize any names. Of course, he didn't read it super thoroughly or anything.
Is there anybody else that could?
Actually,
I don't know the next person that would leave in this parking lot. Is there anybody that looks like?
You don't notice anyone really hanging around the parking lot. There are a few market stalls that are in sight of your ship, but nobody seems to be. There's not much foot traffic in this place.
Get you the list. Don't you have like photographic memory, Erik?
Are you going to go get him the list, or
Yeah, fine. I'll go run and get him the list real quick.
make me another stealth check? Okay, yeah, you get the list and bring it back to the ship. Erik, you give it a scan over, and immediately you do recognize one name. As you're reading down, you see several different things. You're more used to reading this kind of list than James is. She's completed a lot of contracts recently. The next one on her list seems to be have an unknown name, but they have a nickname in quotation marks. It says Ripper,
Ripper.
with a pretty big gold reward as well.
So now we need to kill the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper?
Yes, Jack the
Who's Ripper?
The guy from last session.
Eric's gonna want to stop her, and like Erik will explain, hey, Ripper's currently going around assassinating Arcana people for us, so he's kind of super useful to have on our side right now. So him dying's probably not good for us.
Alright, so can we kill this woman?
I have no idea where this woman is.
Erik, you give me an insight check real quick.
I'm gonna put her stuff back. Run and get it. We're gonna put it back real quick.
I mean, this is a very long list. She's not someone like her appearance doesn't look like that intimidating. But if this is really her bounty list, she's not someone to mess with.
Does she have more kills than Ripper?
Probably, yeah.
What's her KD ratio?
Ripper is like
She's only died a few times.
Ripper was the primary hitman of like
just 'cause it's
the
Hitler's.
kingpin of the crime world for the entire galaxy. The
Yeah,
fact that
while
she
you
has
while you
more
were a
kills
thing.
is scary.
In all fairness, she does look a lot younger than Ripper does.
Okay.
So like she's sort of a newbie, but she's clearly
Here's what
good at her
Erik
job.
is gonna do. Erik is gonna text Ripper, give him a physical description, say, "Hey, this person is like a super good assassin, and they have a contract out to kill you, so watch out for them, man."
Yeah, you message someone who can message someone who can message Ripper, and yeah, so just send that message out. Anything else you guys are doing?
I'm gonna put her stuff back, but
Okay.
not really. I mean, if we can find someone that would leave sooner, that'd be great.
Well, yeah, we just put it under her wheel, didn't we? If you this is Sean speaking. You sort of just be like, we just put the tracker under her wheel. If you get it back to me, we can find somewhere else to put it.
Yeah, I know, but like, where else would we put it? That would be.
I mean, there's the thing. If they see a ship that's not ours leaving this place, they might not even go after it, or they might send half their troops after it and half stay back looking for our ship.
Yeah, but I think. I mean, it might be just if we just keep it on this planet and then leave.
All right, guys, can we steal a ship?
Sean's like, we could potentially.
But I mean, how easily would they be able to see our ship?
Well, judging from Arcana's technology, probably pretty easily. They have pretty advanced scanning software.
Like how?
Okay, but do
Like,
they know what our
if we
ship
leave this
currently
place-
looks like?
Well, maybe. I mean, we're not sure if they really saw us leaving Plantera, but I don't know. Their scanning software is pretty good. I doubt that if we leave here on our ship, we'll get out away. We will get out safely.
All right, so we have to either get on
Okay.
another ship or steal a ship.
Is there any way you could make this ship autopilot like directly into the Arcana fleet while we're not on it?
Probably with a bit of time, yeah.
How
Okay.
about let's do that and then we'll get on another ship and leave.
Yeah, we Sean can work on beginning to set that up while we go tell Ripper that, so Ripper doesn't die. Then we can find a new ship. Does that sound good?
I like this plan.
That's a lot of things to do.
All right. Yeah. Me and Lata can work on making adjustments to the ship, while you or every single other person goes out and does those things.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
find-
Are
that's
you
the
sure
plan.
that's a good idea.
Wait.
Yeah, that's a very good plan.
Wait a second.
Sean, how productive will this plan be?
Extremely. I just need a couple days, maybe.
Okay, now hypothetically, if we left someone else with you to help out, would it go any faster and be?
Oh
more
no, totally
productive?
not. You'd just be a waste. It would be a waste of space. Like we can do it.
Eric's gonna insight that.
So is Lada gonna help with tools?
My internet's getting reset, so I'll just be AFK for a couple minutes, I guess.
Okay,
Talk amongst
guys,
yourselves.
make small talk. Okay. Guys, can you believe oh my gosh, TDR2, BT.
Okay, guys. So we're all gonna be in an alliance at TDR2, right?
Yeah, this is the TDR2 known Infinite Alliance.
Goat's playing
Oh,
too,
wait,
right?
Dabo,
So we can
what's
get.
been Davo, message me
Hmm.
what's been going on with the team since I last left. I'm kind of curious to see what happened.
Well, I could just talk right now. These are all our allies.
Bongo can't find out because otherwise Bongo will use it to, I don't know, blindside like.
Okay, but you're not even on my team now.
Where the heck would I blindside with that?
I'm
anyway?
giving information to
You
another
were
team
blindsided
already, so why not
Fireman
give it
for
to
a
all
second.
3 teams?
I can basically already tell what's going on your team.
No, I'm
Okay.
actually-
Here, I'll message you what's going on in our team. Let's see. Wait, I can't. Wait, how do I?
That was a
oh,
really
there's-
great vote, guys, last time. Neither side tried to get Creeper on their side. They just automatically eliminated him.
I don't like Creeper. And
Okay.
you get, yeah.
Here is the actual message I just got from.
Exactly.
Prepper.
Exactly. You guys, You need sides on your team.
You would think so, but you'd be amazed at just how distinctly not sided it was.
I don't like that.
Yeah. It was like 6-0.
It was
I
6.
don't think
It was 6-0.
I don't think any of our votes haven't. Okay, no, the first vote was weird. Because Zeus idled herself in SWAT teams, and then Lime came on.
Then Don's like, "Hey, I'm part of the party now."
And then Rob left. Thank God.
And then Creeper came, and then Creeper died.
He said, "I didn't know there was an elimination." Like, how do you not know there's an elimination? The whole point is like challenge result elimination.
What?
He said he didn't know that there was an elimination.
No.
Yeah, he claims he could have easily saved himself
No, he
had
couldn't.
he known there was an elimination.
No, he could not have.
No. I mean, he was kind of dead in the water.
He was pretty much dead as soon as he got on another team. I mean, unless you're a pretty good player, when you get swapped to a different team, you're kind of screwed.
Yes, see, like Lime already knew a lot of us, and she also campaigned pretty fast.
And she's also like useful in challenges, which automatically puts her above Firebit on the pecking order, no matter what.
And now we have Absol on my team, which is great because she's trying to vote off literally everyone on the team.
Have you ever played with Absol? I was like, the last season of TDR was interesting with Absol because I was like, allies with her, and then I voted her off.
My
But it
main
was,
thing
like,
is just like
weird.
Absol is kind of interesting just because it's to overplay. Like,
Yeah.
she plays really, really hard, but that's probably not the playstyle that works best for her, so she ends up just overplaying. Like, it works for, say, like, your Arvery, but that's just because that's the strategy they're best with.
Yeah.
She pretty much is Arvery.
No, she's not.
She's a fangirl.
She is a fangirl. She is definitely a fangirl. I remember she would talk about like how amazing Arvery was when Arvery was around.
As time went on and like I began to play more and more, I slowly began to realize that my game was slowly shifting more and more similar to like Arvery's game. It's still obviously not there, but it's at the very least like similar in terms of just the general strategy of take control and curb stomp everyone.
It's an all girls alliance.
Oh yeah, no, there was no way she would win. She thinks too highly of herself.
I mean, she already like messaged me as soon as I switched over to her team, just like, hey, just so you know, I was in complete control over there and I had total dominance, which, from what I've heard, isn't.
She threatened to quit the server because we were talking about Overwatch in this might chat. Or in the Paladins chat. That was fun.
Anyway, BT, are you here?
And then me and Wing were memeing also. She didn't
BT
like
is
that.
no longer here.
Is Beaky kill? Beaky is kill. He was here for like 2 seconds.
Okay, so we need Goat in here, and then let's make a final 5 alliance. Alright, team?
Final
We
five.
can do this. Okay, guys, I think we should put in Bongo first. Vicky?
Beaky.
Butterfly. Key.
B-King.
Okay.
Hello.
Bring back
Hey.
Shay.
Hello.
That's cool. Weird technical issues, but yeah.
Technical issue.
Technical. Quotation marks.
No, literally technical issues. Computer crashed just after my internet was reset.
No.
I was like, Jesus Christ. Perfect
Okay,
timing.
anyways,
When does
so,
your internet
where
reset
we
at 3
were,
a.m.? Anyway.
Both rolled insight checks on Sean. Me to figure out if it's smarter to leave someone behind. Astra so she can try to figure out what's going on.
Sean is like, no, it would just be a waste. Like, you guys should probably be go to this Ripper guy. You guys are tough fighters and stuff. If anything goes down, you'll need more people there. Me and Lars can handle fixing up the ship.
Okay, but you still gotta respond to our insight checks.
Are you making insight checks?
Yeah, both Astra and I rolled insight checks on that.
Yeah, something definitely seems up. Like, he definitely seems to be quite adamant about staying. You're not sure if it's away from Astra or with Lata, but it's one of the two. I'd say Erik is more sure that he wants to stay with Lata. But Astra, you're not sure if he's trying to avoid you or if he's just, like, wanting to stay behind on the ship for some reason.
What could it possibly be? Oh shoot.
Oh, he'll take very good care of her.
Wink wink.
Yeah, of course it will.
Dimble, respond to my question.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so it's probably not. So, Dimble's clearly incompetent on this planet. Would it be smarter to leave him behind to help with the thing, and also
Excuse
so he
me?
doesn't get robbed again?
Excuse me?
I mean, if he wants to stay behind, he can.
What?
So, Dimble, do you want to stay behind?
Wait, okay, so while you guys go look for this Ripper guy, I'll look for a good ship for us to steal.
Okay. Actually, pay attention to your stuff this time.
Yeah. Get off my back, Dad.
Has Astra still
Anyway.
not told anyone about the bag of holding, by the way?
No!
It's quite funny.
She has not.
Oh, okay. So you're giving it to Dimble.
Okay, so that's the plan. We'll be off. Sean, be sure to work.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing.
Right, can I buy another bag of holding to put inside my bag of holding?
How would that work?
I actually no, you physically can't do that because if you do that, it causes like an explosion or an implosion that tears a hole in the universe or something. It's actually a
Exactly.
thing that's canonical.
Exactly, that's why I wanted to do it. It like puts it opens the gate to the astral plane or some crap.
If you want to do that, you could.
How we get to Sherry?
Can we get to Sherry that way?
If you want to try doing that.
Just mess up your campaign. Just go to
No. If you want to do that, you can do that. I mean, it would be a way off the space station. I mean, genuinely, if you do want to look into that, you could.
Maybe in some downtime when I'm not looking for another ship to steal.
Okay, so is Dimble just looking alone for another ship to steal, and everyone else is looking for Ripper?
I'll say I'll go Dimple.
Okay.
Right.
Splitting the party. Woohoo.
Yeah, we're good at this game.
Okay. I'm just trying to think who's best to go first. Erik, where are you looking for Ripper?
I'm just gonna like take Astra and look for Ripper. First where we saw him before. Second, in just other Ripper approved locations. So
Yeah,
various
so
morgues
typically sticking around morgues and those sorts of
and crime
gloomy places.
scenes.
Yeah. So yeah, you wander around for quite a while. We'll get back to you because when you're going first, the first place you saw him before, no sign of him, and you keep walking around. Dimble and James, you look in the other parking areas to try and find a ship similar to yours, and you find a few that are of similar size but different colorations, many different shapes. A lot of the ones that are hugely much larger than yours. Obviously, because this space station is made up of large spaceships, part of like you're actually walking in spaceships right now, sort of thing. But yeah, you see a lot of them.
Can we just buy a ship?
Yeah, you could buy a ship.
How much would one cost?
Quite a bit,
Like,
especially in this place where they rip you off for everything.
like how much we talking?
If you want like the shittiest ship ever,
10
probably
gold.
about 5,000 gold.
All right. So what about like decent, but like not amazing.
Probably about 10,000 gold.
All right, so we need to steal that ship.
So are you finding a ship selling a ship dock selling area?
Okay, wait. No.
Ship
Let's find
dock selling
let's
area.
find
That's the official name.
a parking area that is very empty.
Okay, yeah. You've actually find that the parking areas are very scattered around, and you actually have to look quite hard to find them. But you do actually find one that's with about half an hour later of time, you find one that's relatively empty. It's got a couple of ships parked in it, but there's no people around. It's actually more sealed off than anything else.
Hmm.
A couple of
there's,
small
like,
ships.
not really many people around. Like
No,
any.
a couple of small ships that would like are very much travel only ships that don't have beds or anything.
Okay.
I just checked TD Greatest for the current round. Apparently, the voting's still going on, but Noise is currently considered a better player than Arvery. Bongo and I are tied for votes. J Tenant and Bo are tied for votes, and Bear Pawn Survivor Lover are tied for votes.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Y'all should go vote and fix whatever bullshit's going on there, because in no world should Arvery actually be losing to Noise.
No, that's so wrong.
But Noise is the best character from Dramatical Murder.
And Nihi should pretty clearly be the final two.
Oh my gosh.
Where is
what
that?
about Beaky? Beaky, Nikki.
TD Greatest chat.
I'm obviously the best.
Where?
Beaky was decent.
In bed. What? And Noise is the best. Shut your face hole.
Noise won 2 seasons in a row, which apparently makes him a great player, despite the fact that it was in the early days of TDG, where like being active guaranteed you a spot in the final 5.
Oh, it's sad, but it's true. Because I got to like the final 5.
Anyway,
and I
shut
never
up,
played
guys.
Channels.
Shut up. We're doing D&D. Stay focused.
No, we're not.
Okay, guys. So what we can do is we could steal those small ships, and then later on we can rebuy like a good ship.
I mean, you're talking to James right now.
I am talking to James.
Sorry, what about buying a new ship?
Okay, so James, what we can do is we can steal like one or two of these small ships or something, or like, well, could we just like have one and fit everyone on it?
It would be quite cramped to fit everyone in that one small ship because you've got how many people? You've got 7 people
We have,
and a wolf and a horse and a giant robot bear.
Okay, maybe get 2 of them.
You'd need both.
Okay,
And even then, it'd be quite a close fit.
So steal 2 ships and then buy a new ship later on.
Well, you're only talking to James right now, so James is not have to.
I'm still talking to James.
It'd be risky, but
Hey, look, we got to get off this planet somehow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say sure.
All right. Do I know how to like hotwire these things? Or, like,
You'd know how. You've probably never done it before, though.
all right. So do I have to give like a check?
I would say give me a straight up intelligence check.
Intelligence.
You fiddle around with this ship, trying to get it open to begin with, because it was locked. And as you fiddle things around, you hear a blaringly loud alarm coming from this ship.
Oh, I'm gonna run.
Okay, you're running. What's James doing?
Probably running. Yeah.
Okay, which way are you running? Because there's 2 exits to this area. There's one to the left and one to the right, effectively, that both go to the same market street, but at different areas of that market street.
Whichever way I think is. Wait, do I know like where the central area is? Because I want to run away from that.
The way the central area is.
Like, yeah.
So you mean like you want to go away from this from the
Like
because
from a-
basically the way the station I'll say Astra did explain it briefly, and you'll know from walking around is the spaceship's mostly split into two sides. One side with these heavily armored, very formal looking things, people with purple armor that everyone's scared of, and this other side seems to be made up of a ramshackle gang.
Yeah, run towards the ramshackle game.
Okay, so you're going that way. So yeah, you know that's more towards the left.
Yeah.
You're already on that more to that side of the space station anyway, but this would be going even closer that way. So yeah, you're running that way. James, where are you running?
Probably just stick with him. I mean,
Okay, just both of you give me dexterity checks. Nimble little Dimble. Nimble little Dimble.
Yeah, I have a 20 in dexterity.
so do I.
Yeah. You just both book it away from this alarm, and it does turn quite a lot of heads towards you as you just book it into this area. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. You vaguely hear some voices shouting behind you, but you've ran away from the area and you're gone. Meanwhile, Astra and Erik, you wander around for quite a while, about half an hour of just aimlessly wandering around. You do not see Ripper anywhere. Like you've walked around basically the entire space station at this point. It's quite big, but you've been hastily walking around all of the hotspots that he would go to, because he would not go to. He would stay on this side of the ship, this side of the space station, which you're currently on this gang side of the spaceship. He would definitely stay on this side. You can't find him. Also, no sign of redhead lady either.
Ooh, that's not good. Let's see. What will Erik do?
What will Erik do?
Is Astra going to start asking around? You're on the gang side, although closer to the middle. So you're kind of like, you're not on the extreme gang side. You're more just in the area where everyone's sort of mixed. You do see a couple of lavender armored guards around, but this is sort of more to the central area of the space station. Lol.
What was that?
Okay, are you going to ask around? Is basically what I'm asking. Like, if you're asking around,
It's Ripper.
I don't need specifics of what you're asking. I just need to know if you're asking like just general people you walk around, or if you're asking anyone in particular, like shop clerks or lavender armored people. So what is it? So just sort of asking more general people that you think aren't involved in all that. Yeah, you ask around. Give me an intimidation or persuasion check, depending on if you want to get information. Quite like, "Oi, tell me where this is," or "Hey, could you tell me where this is?" Sort of thing. Like if you want to be charismatic or just scary.
Yes.
Intimidation or persuasion, whichever one you prefer. Yeah, you managed to scare people quite sufficiently. Yandy does a good job of growling whenever you talk to someone, and you get quite a lot of information. A lot of it seems to be leading you towards the purple armored area. They seem to be saying, "Oh, you don't get information from everyone, but everyone who does seem to have information says, oh yeah, I saw someone like that going towards that area." You actually hear some of them mention towards the. They mention by name towards where the area. towards where the airy are. They just sort of seem to reference these lavender armored people as airy.
Okay. So let's go there then.
Alright, Arvery is now tied.
Okay, so and you sort of start heading in that direction. Yeah, start heading towards there. Okay. Meanwhile, Dimble and
Why am
James.
I tied with Bongo again?
Meanwhile, Dimble and James, you ran off, and after thinking you are far enough away from the alarm, you stop running, catching your breath. What is your next course of action?
Hey, Dimble, didn't you just get the bag of holding back?
Yeah? Oh, yeah. I
Don't
did.
you have tons of gems in there? Can we
I
just
do
buy
have-
a ship?
Yeah, we could just buy a ship with the stupid
Well, okay,
gems.
how much would a ship cost?
Actually, let's see if the bag of holdings has been stolen again. No, I'm kidding.
how much would a ship cost? That would
10,000. That would be
10,000
Like-
for a decent one, 5,000 for a shitty one, but that would work.
okay.
10,000 would be for the one that sort of one similar to the one you have now in terms of quality.
Could we get like 10,000 gold with the 950 gems?
You don't know.
I have
can you sell that
466
many
gold
gems
on
here?
there.
I hope so.
Well, where are you going to try and sell those
You
gems?
should probably sell them at various places.
Yeah. I'll go around and see how much people offer.
Okay, so you sort of like just taking stock of the market, seeing where you best could sell your gems.
Yeah.
Okay, give me just general charisma checks, both of you, as you're sort of both looking around, asking people prices and stuff. Oh, yeah, no. You could totally get 1,000 gold for all these gems.
No.
100%. It would
No.
be totally easy to get 1,000 gold.
No, that's I don't think that's a good idea, Bongo. That's not very good.
No. I don't know. That sounds like a good offer to me.
Maybe you could get 1,050.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm gonna be like no, because I sold mine for 1-for-1, and the dude was like, "That's a really bad deal." Afterwards, he looked at me like I just got scammed. So I think we could sell these for like I don't know. What else do you have in you that would sell for money?
You could become prostitutes.
Actually, what we could do, we just sell a ship. Sell our ship. Can we just sell our ship and then buy a new ship with the money we get selling an old ship because we're gonna leave it here anyway? Yeah.
I like how James is just talking to himself now.
Wait, what? Sell our ship?
Can we sell our ship? Because we're gonna use it anymore. We're gonna leave it here, right?
Well, no, we were gonna fly it into space.
That's right.
Wait. Have we seen any ships leave recently?
No. And you've been literally going to all of the parking areas. You haven't seen a single ship come in or leave.
Huh, I'm gonna guess that most people know that our con is out there then.
We have it like above the sky, and I think they're making a blockade of some sort.
I don't think anyone's getting off this planet.
Time to get a bag of holding and put it into another bag of holding.
Guys,
It's the only way.
Astral plane.
No, that would probably kill you.
How much for individual speeder bikes?
Individual, like the one that the redhead lady had.
Yeah.
You could probably get them from about 1,000 each, but you'd struggle finding enough for your party, to be honest. They're not exactly everywhere.
Well, okay. How many?
Especially because some of you probably would be very shit at flying them. Most of you would be very shit at flying them, and there's Ursnal to consider, and Philippe to consider, and Yandy to
Ursula isn't
consider.
built yet.
So wait,
That's true. Ursnal's like half a robot.
Is there a way to get out of the astral plane?
Probably. You don't really know much about it though. You basically just heard rumors when you were practicing to be an artificer. Yeah, you think it was Freddy. Yeah, that guy you were in, who's in your guild. He
Freddy.
tried pulling a prank on his friend. Yeah, Freddy. Yeah, he put 2 bags of holding together. Nobody heard from Freddy ever again.
It's the one-way door.
Yeah.
Okay, so would it be a suicide mission just to go to steal that red lady's bike, speed off,
What?
go to my home planet,
What?
be like, "Yo, there's some people trapped on a planet."
Yeah,
we
but
like,
this plan is
on a-
so awful.
and then they're gonna be like,
From what you
"Okay,
know is that bike isn't exactly great for. Just so you know, the bike isn't great for long distance travel, and it's about
fine,
6 days of travel to James' home planet. No, more like 5 days of travel.
fine, gosh."
What the hell?
What?
I just checked TD Greatest again. Bongo is currently considered a better player by me, 61% to 39%.
Lol. True though.
Get wrecked.
Honestly, this entire ranking is super fucked up. My personal favorite being Arvery losing to Waffle.
Wait, what? Are we losing to Waffle?
Waffle's a good player, but
That's
he's
at least
not like
slightly
amazing.
believable. But it's at least more believable than Noise.
Yeah,
Wait, wait, what? Are we losing to Waffle?
Waffle's a good player, but he's not that good.
Waffle is a good player, but like he's not top 5, while Arvery very clearly is.
Anyway, okay, continue.
Yeah, what you guys doing in D&D? You guys have been talking about that plan. Meanwhile, Dimble and Astra, you head towards this area, this lavender, this airy area, where you see more of these purple. Not Dimble and Astra, Astra and Erik. Sorry, names getting confused all the time. But you head towards this airy area. Airy area. You see more of these lavender armored guards. As you get further and further, you see less and less civilians, shall we say, until eventually, basically, all of the people around you are wearing lavender-colored clothing. They look a little bit more, not hugely better, but a little bit better dressed than the commoners, and the streets are a lot cleaner. There's no blood and muck all over the floors. It's a lot more pristine. It's also much more well lit. When you get to a certain point, 2 of these lavender armored guards walk up to you, and one of them speaks out. It's like, "Excuse me, what are you doing here?" This woman with long blonde hair speaks out to you. No, but if you're going this way, we would like to know your purpose. Very well. And who is this person?
Um, hmm. I'm just looking for some killer dudes, you know.
Apparently, Viki's a better player than Grigri now.
I mean, sure.
Totally. I'm nicer.
Oh,
No,
freaking
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
I'm not. I wouldn't be kidding either. That's
Grigri was never openly mean to me.
No, Avery was though. Bitch. No, I'm kidding. Jeez, that was
Arvery was
beaming.
never openly mean to me.
Arthur
He
was
nice
openly
to
mean
me.
to me.
She made a letter about like everyone. She called me out for some reason.
She called me out, and I was like, "Jesus, I thought we were friends or something. We've never had fought or anything." And she's like, "Oh, well, yeah, I'm calling you out." And it's like, okay.
Calling you out for doing
I had never talked to her before,
Really
and she put me in a
complimentary in
letter.
that letter.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
I was one of like 4 people she complimented.
yeah, which is it. I think she was one of those people who let the game get to her head quite a lot more than other people. Anyway, D&D.
Okay, we're looking for someone. And Astra is typing.
Okay.
Describe it.
Interesting. I think I would recognize someone like that if they came this way. I haven't seen him. He may have entered this way through another hallway. I can keep an eye out for him if you would like. Yes, yes. Feel free. Just don't cause any trouble.
Immediately causes trouble.
Like,
Stab her in the back.
Okay. Erik does not like being
Oh,
talked to
God.
this way. Erik knows that like he can't actually do anything, but if Erik was in power and someone talked to me this way, they would probably die a very slow and painful death.
Yeah, probably. Good thing Eric's not in power and Sherry's dead.
Erik's story arc is going to end with either Sherry coming back or him taking over the crime world again.
Just a reminder that Sherry's dead.
Yeah, Sherry's dead, by the way.
A reminder for 15 minutes.
No name for now. Sherry doesn't strike back because she's dead.
Oh.
Anyway.
That's the name.
Okay. Yeah, you look around for Ripper. This area is a lot smaller, but a lot fancier. You see many people walking around in purple gear. You do see a few outsiders, mostly seeming to look at marketplaces. The market stalls here seem a lot neater, a lot tidier, and a lot more legitimate. You don't see any robot arms salesmen in this area of the space station, unfortunately. You probably could find that thing elsewhere on the Black Steel Bazaar, though. After looking around for a bit, you can give me perception checks. Erik notices something.
Also, for as much like praising of Erik's persuasion as we get, I'd just like to point out that his perception is literally just as good.
Yeah. So, funnily enough, Astra is the only one who sees this. Because you needed a natural 20, because I rolled ridiculous on mine. You're just walking through, and you see this large building, this very strong-looking building. It looks like this is a building that's been built intentionally, as opposed to just being spaceships welded together. It's got large lavender banners outside, and there are 4 guards positioned outside of it. It seems very heavily fortified and definitely seems extremely important. There are alleyways on either side of this building, each also guarded by an additional guard, so there's 6 in front in total. You hear something that sounds like Astra hears this scuffing against the side of the wall coming from high up on the building. As you look there, you can't see anything, but you can just see dust crumbling down. I'll say with a natural 20, you think someone invisible is climbing through the window. So yeah, there's this like this multi-story building, this 2-story building, ground floor and first floor, and someone's climbing through the first floor window. Invisible though.
Okay. Here is what.
Just gonna cast that?
Okay, no, but seriously, Erik's gonna to the guards and tell them.
I like how you don't say that out loud.
tell the guards that.
So you just approach the guards. Give me a persuasion check. I know you hate making persuasion checks, but unfortunately, it has to be done sometimes. The guard seems to ponder it. It's like, who did you hear this from? One of them seems to be directly questioning you, while he signals to a couple of other guards, and they sort of head into the building. And this one guy seems to be like, where did you hear this?
Okay. Actually, I was gonna say, I don't know who exactly saw it, just like a couple outsiders, like not in the actual area itself, but more like right outside, right on the edge of it, just kind of talking in like quiet voices near one of the gates to get in here.
Male, female?
One was male, one was female.
I see. Interesting. Thanks for letting us know. We'll, you might want to stay here actually, just see when the guards get back, see if they find anything.
They find
Sure.
Sean and Lada.
No. About 10 minutes pass. Are you doing anything in particular, or just talking, or?
Yeah, Eric's just gonna, chill out. Would we be allowed inside?
The guy's like, fortunately not. This is where Ilias lives.
That makes sense. Then we'll stay out here.
Ilias Airy. She's. I'm assuming you're foreigners. She's the ruler of the Airy Guards.
So,
And she's sort of in charge here. She's sort of in charge of the Black Steel Bazaar.
Black Steel Bazaar.
Longest running ruler in the past 5 years. She's the longest running ruler in the past 5 years at a record of 3 months so far.
Okay, so how many power shifts were? The power longer than actually Erik didn't hold power in Black Steel Bazaar. Never mind.
No, but you definitely knew like loads of people who've held power in it, and it changes all the time.
Yeah.
But 3 months is actually quite impressive from what you've heard. Usually it's like a week that people hold power. No, you saw basically what you think you saw was an invisible person heading into the window, like the last second of heading into the window. You feel like you'd basically just managed to see them going inside.
Also,
Yeah, 3 months is pretty impressive.
I'm gonna quickly explain to Astra. No, usually they don't quit. Usually they get assassinated.
Okay, and you sort of tell the guards that you saw that. It's like, keen eyes, keen elven eyes. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, but he's already sent 2 guards inside. He's already sent 2 guards inside. And he seems to be talking to you quite casually, as if he's like, this is like everyday news. Every day there's someone trying to assassinate people. Ilias isn't to be underestimated. She's pretty powerful. I mean, to hold power for 3 months in this place, you have to be some kind of powerful. From inside, you hear a ruckus. You're not entirely sure. You can't really hear specifics, but there's definitely a lot of shouting going on. Then you, the guards, even like the 2 guards who are outside this door now, they sort of look inside, like, what's going on? You then hear a very loud lightning bolt, and the sound of screaming, male screaming, and then silence.
Oh.
Are you doing anything in particular? Nothing? Then the guard's like, well, I take it they found the intruder. You then see one guard dragging out a body from the building, just grabbing this body by the shoulders and dragging them out. It's burnt and horribly charred, but it is Ripper.
Oh.
Dang it.
Who'd you
Ripper,
think it was? What?
Why would you do that, Ripper?
When there's multiple assassins running around, it's kind of hard to assume.
Why would Ripper do that?
Oh, I heard Ripper's going into this place with purple ladies. Let's go into the place with purple people and then watch somebody go invisible to go assassinate somebody. You know.
Okay, but when
So Rick is
deception
dead.
alone... Oh well.
Oh well.
Eric will contact
just
someone
killed
else to go
Ripper.
assassinate the Arcana people.
Okay.
Eric still probably has a few connections.
Yeah, quite casually, just Ripper's corpse being dragged out. One of the guards particularly turns to you. Is like, this is one of the guards who was one of the ones who went inside. It's like, are you the ones who spotted this person? The master would like to talk to you.
Oh. You got a
And
friend in
he
me.
this guy sort of leads you inside. Are you gonna resist going inside or anything, or are you just gonna follow him? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we're just gonna. I feel like if we tried to resist, we would die.
Yeah.
No.
Meanwhile, Sean, not Sean. Why do I keep saying I fucking cannot get your names right? Dimble and James. Dimble and
Hi.
James, what you doing?
I'm Sean. Hello.
So is James gonna like tell me to not do this stupid selling for like 1,000 gold?
Yeah. I think I
Alright.
should. I'm trying to.
Alright, good James.
The best price you could find with those charisma checks was 1,000 gold for the lot of 950 gems.
Alright, we need James to do selling.
Is James going to try and sell them? Because James looked around with you, and neither of you could find a price better than 1,000.
For all
1,000 for the whole,
950?
for all 950. That was
I'll
generally
try
your
it.
charisma checks of being like, and both of you already made charisma checks. This was you asking loads of different people, like, "Hey, we've got some gems. How much would you be interested in buying?" sort of thing, and you just couldn't find a good price.
1 gold.
I'm not. You're not dumb. You know that's a rip-off, but it's one of those things that you can't find anyone who's willing to buy it for more in this
Right.
place, at least.
How much money do we have collectively?
I got 490 something.
Alright, so let's see.
Math.
Math. You just got math on?
Get math.
Oh wait, no way, I did that wrong because I have 915. That's unfortunate.
Well, you're part way there.
Alright,
About 14% of the way there to a decent ship.
alright. And like 28% of the way to crap.
Almost a third.
Alright, maybe we should head back to the ship and see if Sean and Lada can help.
Yeah. So yeah, you can easily head back to the ship. You would never really went too far away from it. You head back to the ship and you see you open up the door and you see Lata and Sean working very hard on making adjustments to the ship.
Hey, Sean, do you have like any gold?
Nope, I'm
Oh.
broke.
Well, what about you, Lada?
I don't have much ever since I stopped being a fashion designer, but I do have some money saved up.
Wait,
And she sort of goes into her room and pulls out a small ornate golden chest, which you've never actually seen before. She kept it quite hidden in her room. Opens up, and inside is 5,000 gold.
What the? Hey, Lada, do you think you could design like more clothing?
Well,
Yes,
okay. We
I
have
could.
we have stuff in our ship that we could sell, maybe, because like
Potentially.
we're just gonna be autopiloting it into the sun.
Yes, that is. I was saying we need to get rid of some stuff because we're not going to be able to take all of this stuff with us.
Yeah.
Alright. So we need to get rid of some crap, like James's motorcycle.
We could sell this coffee machine.
No, that's very important.
That is a very important coffee machine. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee.
Is it possible to bring
God.
Sherry back with the
Time
coffee?
and place. Get you drink some coffee. Roll a d100.
Dimble is very good at this game.
Sure, I'll have some coffee too. You know what?
Oh, okay.
For the health of it.
Well, this is just hilarious. Dimble disappears.
Yeah.
James, Lata, and Sean see Dimble disappear. Dimble, you find yourself in the astral plane.
Let's go!
I'm not even making this up.
Dimble should see if he can find Sherry.
You're just sort of floating around in the astral plane for a bit. You actually see someone floating around, a perfectly preserved corpse of someone you recognise. You can't remember his name. Someone you used to work with at the guild.
What is it that? Oh, frick! It's that guy. Oh shoot! I already forgot his name.
Wasn't it like?
Yeah, well, that's canonical that you've forgotten his name then.
Frankie.
Frankie, yeah, that was it. I also forgot it, just so you know. Yeah.
Alright, can I like
you just
hold
see
on to his
Frankie's
corpse?
Yeah, it's very cold.
For Sherry.
For sure. Alright, I gotta go find Sherry's corpse.
You sort of start floating around in the astral plane. So you're going to be there for the next hour. So have fun. It's a very beautiful place. There's lights all over the sky. It's basically just floating in space, but you can breathe.
Oof.
Yeah, Dimble's just having some fun, swimming around in a completely different plane of existence.
Okay, what's
Oh my god, I think I just... Okay, I just realized something interesting.
yeah.
What did James get?
No. It would be very mean to kill you for a role for that role.
Oh yeah.
But I could literally canonically kill you for that role because of something that happens. I can't tell you what yet. But
wait, with my role or Dane's Dabo?
the whole that drinking that coffee could have literally just killed you if I was a mean DM.
You're like bringing a bag of holding to the astral plane.
Well, no, it's when you get brought back to the same place that you exited from. However, this spaceship moves, so an hour later it's not going to be the same place it was.
Yeah.
Luckily, it moves very slowly, so you could just end up on a random place on the spaceship. Otherwise, you'd be in the middle of space and you'd scuffocate.
Scuffocate?
So that's fun.
Yeah, that very fun.
So yeah, is James doing anything in particular while Dimble disappears?
Isn't he drinking
well,
coffee?
I drank coffee.
Oh yeah, you did. I didn't even see that.
Of course you didn't.
Just because I don't care.
Nope. That's how it always is with you guys.
Okay. You become a potted plant for 6 seconds. That's fun.
Do I have any magical potted plant powers?
No. As you're only a potted plant for 6 seconds, you're like, holy shit, I'm a potted plant. And then you come back. And as soon as you come back, you're like, wow, I wish I could photosynthesize. It feels so good.
Give me that chlorophyll, baby.
Okay. So, now that Dimple's dead, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows what Dimble happened. Sean is just like, is he gonna be okay?
He'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
This happens all the time.
Well, okay, what should we get rid of? We can get rid of a motorbike, right? How much would I be able to sell my motorbike for?
Give me a charisma check.
God.
We need Erik.
We do need Erik. He's off.
1,500 gold.
That's pretty good, I guess.
Oh, wait,
I'll do
Erik-
it.
Considering you bought it for 1,000, I think.
Well then.
Alright. I now have 1,966 gold.
Okay. You sold the motorbike. The motorbike you used once.
Wait, is there anyone in like the astral plane that I can sell stuff to?
You float around, but you don't really see anyone else apart from Frankie's corpse.
Wait,
Frankie.
I thought Frankie brought someone with him.
Oh, you're talking about... No, he didn't. He was playing a prank on someone, but he got sucked into the astral plane with his prank. He didn't actually
Wait.
bring someone with him.
Wait, he didn't like do it by the person?
Oh, he did, but he
Wait.
was the only one stupid enough to get sucked in by it.
Wait, but it's like
Frankie
anyone,
was...
it's anyone
Frankie was a
within
bit...
10 feet.
Look, Frankie was a bit retarded, okay?
How does he even do that? Like he was like standing.
He
more
was...
than 10
Okay.
10 feet
I was
away
being a
from
bit... I was being a bit nice. He's a bit very retarded. Okay, be nice to Frankie. He's dead. Have some respect for the dead. His prank failed.
He was like over
He
10
is
feet away from someone when he did it.
Yeah.
He was like,
He
hey.
thought he thought he could move the portal towards them.
Oh gosh.
So in other words, to avoid Beaky making a mistake in canon, he retconned some random person into a retard.
I'll have you know, it was canonical from the very inception of Frankie. After all, only people who play pranks are retards. Wait,
So
what?
Wait.
No, only retards are people who play pranks. No,
Wait.
You know what I'm
retards
trying to
play
say.
I'm
pranks.
starting to think
Yeah,
that
that.
you're okay. Anyway,
Retards always play pranks.
Beaky might be Frankie.
I am. It's canonical. I mean, my proper first name is Franciscus, so
Franciscus.
So in other words, Frankie's a self-inserted character. Self-insert. Just
he's a self-insert. He's better than me because he fucked up a prank and died.
And you didn't die.
Yeah, it would have gotten more YouTube views. Anyway, so I'm assuming James isn't doing anything in particular, or is he selling more things?
Selling more things. What else could we sell?
Well, what else do you have?
Wait.
I don't know.
Is there anything on Frankie's corpse?
Yeah, he's wearing his general clothes. You could rummage around in your your very old dead friend's clothes.
I would like to do that.
You find, yeah, you find 50 gold in a
Sweet.
small bag.
Can I take the small bag?
Yes, you take the small bag. Just
Alright,
pop it in your pocket.
I have a small bag now.
Okay, what else on the ship could we sell? I don't know what else on the ship.
Sean's like, I really don't have anything. I'm like super broke.
What about those thieves' tools?
So wait. We have like 1,000 gold with me, like 1,500 with James, 5,000 with Lada. That's like 7,000 already.
I have 2,000.
And Astra and Erik
Okay, so
aren't
like
back yet.
8,000. And then we have like with the gems, I could get another 1,000. That'd be 9,000.
You might be able to get a ship for that price.
Erik has some gold.
So yeah, that's what's going on there.
Wait. Is there betting scenes here?
Is there what?
Like places where you can bet things?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
Oh, can this be Kaiji? I want to be Kaiji Ultimate Survivor.
Oh, you fucking idiots! Don't bet anything.
Okay, so James, how much are you gonna bet?
I have. Okay, no. I have
Go.
I have double proficiency with card game.
Okay, so
Card games.
you're gonna try and play some card games.
Assassinated.
Yeah,
You idiot.
I'm gonna try some card games. I'm gonna bet
Dabo,
like
no, don't.
Okay,
Five.
so you go to a table. Yeah, you go to a table, messy table in a tavern,
Oh, Dabo,
and
don't.
you find a group of people playing cards. You spot two people in particular who seem open to playing with you. A woman with curly blonde hair looks oddly familiar, kind of like Persephone. You also see a man in a cowboy Texan hat and sunglasses.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, let's just go for a low stakes for right now. You know,
It's freaking
Okay.
James.
we just want to try my luck.
Oh.
Who are you gonna go against?
Oh, dude with the cowboy hat.
Okay, you go up to dude with the cowboy hat, and yeah. So are you just gonna? How much are you gonna bet in? He sort of like goes up to you, he's like, how much you willing to bet? I don't know. No.
5?
Five.
Just
Five?
5, yeah.
Sorry, I don't play for 5. That's chump change. Make it
James.
500.
James, get out
Nah.
of there. James.
I'm good. I'll talk to this girl. Would be like, you want to play for like 5 or 10 gold, something like that. Pretty.
Honey,
Just-
I only play for big money.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of there, James.
Okay, I'll bet 1,966.
Boy!
You got yourself a deal.
No.
Let's play. No. Let's play.
James, do
No.
not say that out loud.
I suggest you play a card game with me. Make me a charisma saving throw.
No, that's. I didn't say that. No. No, I didn't say that. Please.
Thanks a lot. You fucking-
Maybe make that Christmas save. You do successfully make the Christmas save. You feel like this magic was trying to force you to do something against your will, but you managed to shake it off.
All right, James, get out of there.
Okay, so I'm gonna bet. No, okay, I'm gonna leave immediately.
Okay, you're just going to leave immediately. That's, if you stayed longer, I could have definitely done something funny there. But no, yeah, you just get out of there, realizing, nope, probably not a good idea to gamble with money on a super shady planet like this.
Yeah, but I could bet like 5
No.
gold, and I was thinking like I could be like good at it. But you know, anyway,
No, they couldn't.
I have double proficiency.
No, that doesn't matter. They have
It
quadruple
does.
proficiency.
That and they can just cheat.
Cheating.
Cheating's
My
for
Christian
winners.
D&D server. Okay.
So yeah, while that's going on, Astra and Erik, you're led inside. You see many more of these purple armed guards. There's a lot of them that seem to be on side with this this woman. Erik, this is particularly strange for you because from what you heard, leaders weren't that organized in this place. But there's a lot of these airy guards who seem to flock to this Ilias woman that you've heard a little about now. These 2 guards lead you into a room which contains another 2 guards, and behind this desk you see a woman with long, light purple hair. She looks pale in skin. She looks half elven, and she looks out at you. It's like, well, I see that you're the ones who caught this invisible man trying to sneak in and assassinate me. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, Astra can respond to that.
Indeed it is. We are very keen. So what brings you to a shithole like this?
Astra, I can handle this. One of our friends was a bit of an idiot and fell for spam mail.
I'm sure that's why over half the people are here, so don't worry, your friend is only one of many idiots.
Hey, I'm not the only one who fell for it.
You're
all
there.
agreed to come.
Arcana. Yes, unfortunately, no ships are leaving or coming in at the moment. We've put up the force fields, much to the dismay of the people, but they can't really complain.
So, do you know why Arcana is here?
No, from what I understand of the place, I haven't been here long, but Arcana seems to stay away from this place. It's a bit strange that it come directly here. I know they wouldn't have the balls to come onto my space station.
Okay. I must say, I'm impressed with what you've done with the place. It's much more organized than the last time I was here.
Interesting. So you've been here before?
I used to visit this place. I don't nearly as much anymore since I've been trying to turn my life around. You know, life of crime doesn't suit me nearly as much as it used to.
I can appreciate that. She gets up at this moment, and she is gonna make an insight check. Oh, okay, she's really fucking good at insight, apparently. She looks at Astra in particular, and it's like, you look oddly familiar. I'm not sure why, but I feel like I've seen you before.
Nope, never seen me before. Nope. Haha.
Me? Not me. No, never.
No, it's like deja vu. I know I've seen your face somewhere. And she sort of thinks. She's like, yes, the news. But you two were part of a crew, weren't you? That attacked Arcana, brutally murdering them, from what I've heard. Ravenstock, that was the place.
Oh.
Apparently you killed a bunch of dwarven workers and the Arcana base that was so innocently set up there. Are you saying that? Eric's still disguised, isn't he?
I'm pretty sure Erik removed the disguise.
Okay, cool.
No.
I mean, it probably wouldn't have lasted this long anyway, because you've been walking around for hours and stuff. Do you know if you can make an insight check to see what their relationship is with Arcana? You have fucking no idea.
Can Erik do an insight check?
In fact, with a natural one, I'd say Astra is personally convinced that these guys are allies of Arcana. Because natural one. If you're going to use a luck point, right? I think you got lucky. Yeah, you can use that. Erik, Erik, you sort of get the impression they're not the biggest fans of Arcana, but you particularly think it's more because of the reputation of the Black Steel Bazaar and the fact that they happen to be there. Not really of anything deep rooted. Astra, you're not really sure. You haven't really picked up on how she feels. Yay for the paladin with a good charisma score, that like is socially inept for some reason. Yeah, I know insight's not a charisma stat, but still, it's really interesting seeing a paladin who can't talk to people well.
Okay. So here's what Erik's gonna say about the whole matter. Well, you see, we had a little run-in with Arcana. Long story short, we saw some things they didn't, mainly slave labor, so we tried to free the slaves. Then Arcana killed the slaves. So,
Give me a deception check, because that's not entirely true.
Happened.
They didn't
Like-
kill the slaves.
Wait, I thought they did.
No.
Why are all the slaves dead then? Okay, so let me rephrase that just because. Okay.
Yeah,
so
okay.
people
If you, I thought you were trying to deceive or anything, but no. If you actually,
Erik actually believes that, like, that's the truth if they're being reported as dead. So like, let me rephrase that. Erik's just like, and if the slaves are being reported as dead, either they were re-enslaved or Arcana killed them.
what you know from where the slaves are now is that they were on planet. Just so you know, that's what Erik already knows.
Okay.
But
yeah,
you
then
also
it's just
do
like-
remember that you've lost contact with Eric's home planet.
So, like, we
Not Erik's home planet,
we
James's
freed
planet.
the slaves, and as far as we know, like, they're still alive. So the fact that their deaths are being reported is a lie. So
Oh, don't patronize me. I know that Arcana lies through their teeth. Everyone's evil. It's just the people who are honest about it that I trust. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about Arcana being out here. They wouldn't happen to be here for you, would they? Give me a deception check. That's not even like that. That's like a flat out lie. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's definitely warranting a deception check.
Astra doing the deception check. You should let Erik say that.
I mean, Astra already said it. You can't retcon it. Oh, are you sort of adding this on to what she said?
Erik's gonna stop.
Give me a deception check anyway, just to see how good of a liar you were, because it might still impact the way she sees you. She actually pauses for a moment. Interesting.
Erik
Well,
has a weapon.
Yeah, Erik can step in.
Like, so yeah, if Arcana is after us, we have a way that might be able to get rid of them. So like we think we have a way to set the ship on autopilot and try to send it out. That way if Arcana goes after it, attacks it and blows it up, they'd probably assume we're dead and they would probably leave if it is us they're after. And if not, then there's no reason to deal with us anyways.
I see. Seems to think for a while. I'm not all that familiar with Arcana, but I do know that they have quite powerful technology. I don't think tricking them is going to be easy.
Wait a second.
Bongo, why did you say wait a second?
I'm thinking. Just inspiration hitting me.
Probably. I mean, it's
Okay.
very common to have life scanners. I'm
Yes,
sure,
yes,
like
yes.
most ships have them.
So, if we could get a group of people to take our ship and fly it off the planet for us while we go in a different ship later.
Okay. Okay, so if they have life scanners, here's my new proposed idea. How advanced are they? Like, can they tell specifically who it is, or just the life/species or whatever?
Well, I honestly don't know.
Okay, so depending on the situation, do you
I could look
have-
into it, but I honestly would not have the slightest idea how advanced their technology is.
This is a slightly underhanded idea on my part, but do you have anyone, say, like, on death row that you particularly want to get rid of right now?
Oh, if you've been to this place before, you know we don't have prisons. What she clearly means by that, from what Erik would know, is, yeah, no, there's not really arresting people. It's more just, oh, you did a crime. I'm just going to kill you now, or beat you up.
Misunderstood me, as in, so not necessarily prisoners, but more just, say, certain opponents that you might want removed.
Oh, most definitely. There is one man in particular. I'm sure you've met his goonies on the other side of the planet.
So
On the space station, she would say, actually.
So hypothetically, we can use this to remove a few of your opponents as well.
Hypothetically. Though he is not dumb. He is annoying, but not unwise. I fully suspect this assassin that he sent was probably his.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, it was probably Bongo. As far as I know, we didn't send Ripper
No,
after her.
Erik did not send Ripper after her.
Yeah.
You didn't even know she existed, so
I did. Well,
she's actually Dimble's long lost sister.
Plot twist.
I mean, it could happen. I don't know if I have any siblings.
I mean, you're different species, so it would probably be through adoption.
I don't even know who my parents are, so that's pretty great.
Hello.
You know, my parents abandoned me as a kid. The master that I admired the most just left, and then it seems like he might be dead.
So yes, you're welcome to stay here if you need a place to stay. I realise the taverns in this place are less than ideal.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind if we need a place to stay. Thank you for your hospitality.
No, thank you for helping save my life. Oh, by the way, try anything and I'll murder you without a second thought.
To be honest, not surprised you would say that. I feel like you need that certain level of self-preservation to stay in power for as long as you have.
Naturally.
Actually, Eric's gonna ask something real quick. Out of curiosity, what's the crime world been like for the past few months? Just any particularly big events?
Well, there was that death of that pirate king, but that was more than a few months ago. That was several years ago now, but that's the last big event, from my knowledge. Honestly, it's been a bit boring lately.
Is Erik the Pirate King?
No.
Oh.
You would have heard of the Pirate King, though. He was a very powerful pirate lord. You would never have had direct contact with him. You wouldn't really consider him a rival, but he was definitely a prominent figure a while ago. He was probably out of commission before Erik really became that big of a deal, but he was like really scary sounding, like proper intimidating.
Okay, even though I technically never named it, Eric's gonna ask what specifically has been going on with his like fun little crime syndicate.
She sort of pondered it for a moment. It's like, honestly, if I knew every single crime syndicate, every single small crime syndicate, she would say, in and out, I would just, well, I could go on any game show and win.
It is canon that Eric's crime syndicate was one of the largest and most powerful in the galaxy. That is canonically part of his backstory. How
It
dare
is.
you?
It is indeed canonically true. She considers it small.
Even though like based on power and stuff, it would theoretically rival the power of the Black Steel Bazaar.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Eh.
It's more because she's not that knowledgeable. I think Erik would definitely get this impression. Astra probably wouldn't pick up on this, but she doesn't seem that knowledgeable of the criminal world. Really, she seems to be very much more knowledgeable about what's going on in the Black Steel Bazaar.
Okay.
Definitely intimidating, but not nearly as intimidating as someone like the Pirate King, who would have been like a proper threat to Erik's crime syndicate. Black Steel Bazaar wasn't really a threat to Erik's crime syndicate. It's more just, oh, they're there. They're pretty decently sized.
I feel like the Black Steel Bazaar, based on how you've described it, it's less an organization in its own right and more just kind of like
It's more like a hotspot for. It's more like a hotspot for people.
Market.
Yeah, it's kind of like a black market, but it's sort of built out into a place where people live.
Yeah, it's kind of more just like a port where people or like the black market exchanges can go on than an actually like own crime syndicate in its own right.
Yeah, no, it's not like its own thing, but it's sort of like that. It's a good gateway into the criminal world, but it's not really all that telling of the actual criminal world.
Yeah. Anyway, you're getting sidetracked. You're getting sidetracked by criminal politics in the fictional galaxy.
Well, if there's nothing else you'd need, is there? Oh, yes.
Eric's gonna quickly cut in. Astra, I can explain what that is later. Don't worry about that.
She seems to give you a curious look, but not really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think
Just-
Sean and Mata have the same tradition.
A lot are confirmed to have come from the Black Steel Bazaar.
But yeah, that happens. And you're sort of escorted out by these two guards.
Does Eric have the ability to use essentially space Wikipedia on his phone?
Yes, you would.
Okay. pull up a page that can explain what that is to Astra and give it to her.
Okay, so you pull up a very basic. Are you looking for something that's a very like clinical adult explanation, or something more like something you'd be shown at a sex ed class?
Let's go fairly adult and clinical, because I feel like Astra would view like the children's version as patronizing.
Okay, so yeah, Erik hands you this tablet with a bunch of
That's what that is if you
information.
want to know what it is, Astra.
A bunch of very specific, detailed information about body parts going into other body parts. And then you scroll down to the section of childbirth, which sounds terrifying.
Nani?
You also find some. You also just as you're just on Eric's phone, you sort of click around on some of the different tabs. Astra's never been that good with technology. Find something called history.
No.
Apparently, Eric's device has like some big big display of history.
Erik will take it back.
Erik can give me a perception check to see if he notices this. You most definitely notice, and just as she's about to press on the history, you quickly snatch it off of her.
Vicky, out of curiosity, can you PM me what would have been in the history?
I could.
Just the lot of Google searches on how to.
I don't think
revive
you
Erik.
need to PM me. You don't need to PM me. Those things. There'd be a lot of mention of Sherry, probably. Probably some Photoshop things
Resurrection
involving Sherry, resurrection things, and then a lot of porn. I mean, in all fairness, Astra would definitely learn more about things if she looked at that history.
That's very true. Well, you just gotta give it a try.
That
I mean, you could be.
normally no. Sometimes yes, but that is a crime.
It's funny, Erik saying, "But that's a crime." Is that the first time Erik's ever said that?
That's a crime that Erik did not partake in because Erik has standards.
Indeed, he only does murder.
Erik has some morals.
He has some morals.
That depends on the location, but generally don't randomly do it with people in public places, as most people would consider that to be rude and obscene.
Erik likes stabbing people, but he doesn't like stabbing people.
I get it.
Generally, people one finds attractive.
Attractive? What does that word mean? No, I think Astra would understand beauty and attraction and all that stuff.
Yeah, she's read about it in several books.
I have read about jokes and studied the history of humor for years, so
I've studied the history of stand-up comedy.
I know some of it.
There's a Star Trek episode about that with Data. It's hilarious. Anyway,
Trekkie.
Get out of here, Trekkie. We're referencing
I haven't watched
Danganronpa.
Star Trek, but
I wonder what Astra is going to respond.
Yeah, attractive. Why is your face red?
And that day. Oh.
Oh,
Just
Eric does not need an insight check to know what that means.
Eric's just gonna be like, just to advise you, generally people are very, very close when they do that, so don't go bringing it up with James right away.
What do you mean?
And I think it's fine. No. I think it'd be fine.
I don't know, but if you ever felt fear, just don't about it.
This is some in-depth role playing.
Yeah, we probably should, and we should ideally act like this conversation never happened.
As you two are walking, just give me both a perception check.
If it
Probably with
hasn't been
probably with
repeated-
disadvantage. Actually, both give me perception checks with disadvantage. 'Cause I'm quite
if it
lost in this
hasn't been
conversation.
someone trying to pocket us, keep in mind Eric would probably be on the lookout anyways because he knows this place.
Eric's most definitely on the lookout for his own stuff. He's not going to get stolen. Nothing's going to get stolen or anything. It's more just to see if you notice something else. Yeah. Okay, Eric, you notice that someone's following you. You sort of try and play it off, and are quite subtle about it. You're not immediately confronting or anything. But after you turn a few corners, you turn 3 left turns, and they're still following you.
Eric's gonna whisper into Astra. Astra's here. Yo, that dude is following us.
You don't. You. No, you don't. You see, it's a figure with a black cloak concealing most of their features. Seem about human height.
Yeah, Eric's still gonna tell Astra.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure you knew what they look like. So you sort of whisper that to Astra. It's a sort of figure in a black cloak following the two of you. It's about 20 feet behind you. It's like, and they're not following super closely behind, but they're definitely following.
Oh no, they might have heard the conversation.
Oh no, they most definitely can't hear you. Like if you're whispering, they can't hear you at all.
But can they hear us discussing those things?
Potentially, because you weren't exactly being subtle about that.
Also, if this person hadn't shown up, I would have used this to transition into trying to help Astra come to terms with the whole Sean and Lada thing. But
Lol.
Oh.
we should probably keep moving for now. They keep following us. We can confront them later, but for now, we should probably just keep moving.
Okay, you sort of just keep moving. Are you walking back towards the ship or where?
We're gonna not.
More
go
rogue
directly
sense
back-
is a tingling.
We're not going to go directly back to the ship. No, instead we're going to take a few detours to make it harder for them to tell where we're actually trying to go.
Okay, so you sort of just you're walking generally towards the ship, but very like higgledy piggledy.
Kind of, sort of towards the ship, but more like but
you're not actually going to the ship. Is what I'm making clear. So you're actually you're going nearer to the ship, so you're closer,
Okay.
but you're not actually going to the ship.
Kind of like heading straight would get us to the ship. We're kind of more trying to go going north would take us to the ship. It's more kind of like northeastish, so that they don't actually know where we're trying to go.
Okay, cool, good to know. At the meanwhile, Dimble, you pop back into existence. Roll me a d100.
Ooh.
You find yourself in the middle of a group of quite confused and angry-looking men in tight little armor. They seem to be on this side of town that's got the gang. This side of the space station's got the gang. They look at you immediately. 6 hands go to grab you as they just see you materialize in the middle of nowhere. Give me dexterity saving throw.
Oh. Dexterity.
Is it a Gucci gang?
I'm gonna reroll.
No, they yeah, you can reroll. Yeah, you managed to squirm and free yourselves from these grasps. Do you want to run away or try and fight or what?
Fucking run away.
You just start darting away. Just give me a dexterity check to see how efficiently you're running away. Ooh, do you want to reroll that or are you going to keep it? Okay, you're rerolling it. You do have to roll for them just in case one of them gets a natural 20, but they won't. Nope. These 4 men start chasing you down and you just book it away from this gang area. You keep running until you're out of breath and you think you've lost them. You sort of take a moment to get your bearings and you find out you're pretty close to where your ship is, so are you going to head back?
Sure.
Okay, you head back to the ship and walk in on James, Sean, and Lata just sort of looking around like, oh, where'd you go?
Hi. How you guys doing?
Cool, he's back. All right, let's focus on selling these things. All right.
Alright. So, we have like 8,000 gold with us. I can get like 1,000 more with the gems or some crap, I think, right? Wait, let me, yeah, 8,000 plus 1,000 from selling the gems. So then we'll just need like 1,000 more. Alright.
If I would get 1,000 gold, and I would need 1,000 more.
Oh, just be the man who buys a new ship so we can escape this
All
world.
right. My mic fell over. That's fun. Anyway.
Where'd my gold? Where'd my bag go? Where'd my bag go? Where'd my bag? Where'd my bag? Where'd my bag go?
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you go from?
Where did you go from?
Alright, can I sell those gems?
Yes, you could sell them for 1,000 gold.
Alright. 1,000 gold. Get out of my inventory, gemstones.
So yeah, you got some more gold.
Right.
Yay.
Yay.
Anything else you're selling?
I'm selling
What do
James.
I have in my inventory? How much would a pistol sell for? No.
Not a lot.
Can I sell James?
No.
You mean people wouldn't buy James?
Wait. Okay.
Probably some people.
Do I have my sniper rifle and my laser rifle that I got from the person?
Yeah, I think you do have both.
Can I sell my sniper rifle, my old one?
You could do for like 10 gold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's a magical one, isn't it? Is it? No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not. It's just a standard one. Yeah, then like 10 gold.
Darn. Okay.
Ooh, I know what we can sell to get all of the money.
What?
Okay. Erik can sell the most valuable thing he owns.
The picture of Siri.
8 knickknacks. And in case that isn't enough, he shall sell 3 of his 15 small stones.
As you're walking, are you going to start selling these things as you're walking away from this person who's following you?
No, I'm not going to. I will want to lose that person first, but I do actually have stuff I could sell.
Okay.
Like,
I feel like 100
a few
blankets.
fragments.
James and Dimble, are you doing anything else in particular?
No, like green dragon scales.
Oh, that's that's actually something.
There's also shelf fragments.
Don't mind me, I'm just dying.
Shelf fragments.
It's cool.
It's not cool.
So yeah,
Get off my
James
server.
and Dimble, is there anything else you want to do in particular?
Wait, my stone is called the Ion Stone of Leadership? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You own a stone? I own a stone.
Pretty much the leader of this party now.
No, you're not.
I mean,
This party actually has really good charisma scores.
I have 19.
This party has a really good charisma score.
Did you feel the earthquake that happened in the
No,
UK?
Astra's got a good charisma score. It's just she sucks at rolling charisma checks.
Can I talk to my scarf?
Yeah, you could do.
Yo, scarf. You get any advice about what we could sell?
You have her voice in your head. It's like, why don't you talk to me ever, James?
James, you haven't called me. You haven't returned my call.
You know, I
Just
get
been-
awfully lonely.
You can talk to me whenever you feel like talking to me, but I've just been really busy lately.
Oh, I see.
I see.
Is it because you'd rather talk to Astra?
How much were the scarf sell for, by the way?
Oh, Jesus. I mean, you could. Are you telling people it's a magic scarf? Are you actually gonna like ask people how much the scarf is sell for, or are you just sort of thinking it in your mind?
I'm just thinking it in my mind.
Well, if you told people it was magical, you could probably get a couple hundred gold for it. If you could convince them it was magical.
Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute. My +2 for insight checks isn't even added to the sheet.
Then add
Nope,
it.
it's not. Well, don't bother adding it if you're going to try and sell the scarf.
How much could I sell if I was like, hey, this is a magic scarf that gives you insight and talks to you?
If you could convince people anywhere between like a few hundred gold, probably, maybe 1,000.
All right, let's do it.
Are you actively thinking about selling the scarf right now?
Wait, this thing is OP. Never mind. Just kidding.
This thing's OP.
I forgot about if I drop it below 1 health, I'll instead turn into a shadow of Erik.
Yeah, she's kind of an OP item that never got used because you never get damage taken.
Like that one time where we were fighting Sherry.
Yeah.
Let's keep a record of how much damage James has taken. 0.
But yeah.
Alright, I don't really have any magical things I could really sell that I want to sell, at least. I mean, that thing is really good if I drop below 1 HP.
That's the only reason you're keeping her around.
Yeah. Sorry, Scarfy. I really need to talk to you.
My name isn't Scarfy.
I
have a name.
What is it? Does she? It's not on my thing.
It's Erik.
Is it?
I think it's Erik.
Yeah, it does say Erik.
Yeah.
Can I retcon that it said Erik?
Yeah, sure.
I would have known her name was Erik. I've just been so busy.
If you want advice on the current situation, I can look around for you.
That'd be very helpful.
You should ask Sherry if there's any way to revive Sherry.
Yeah, you get a little very mild headache as she looks around for you, quote unquote. She returns as this calming voice in your mind. She says, "The Arcana ships that are outside of this area, they seem to be looking down very intently. I saw some paperwork on their desks which seem to indicate they are here for you."
Oh.
Why, thank you.
They seem to know exactly what your ship looks like.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's pretty scary. Do you think they would be able
Also, Sean and Lata are having sex right now. And you can just see that they've gone. Their room is locked again.
I see.
I see.
That's some information right there.
That's some juicy.
Oh yeah, because James didn't even know about that before.
No, I didn't.
And then Astra has to explain it to James.
I get
Astra has a very weird version that she got from Google Images.
I'm like the prince of a planet. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you would know. Your dad probably would have told you very awkwardly all the ins and outs and ins and outs and ins and outs and ins and outs. Get it?
I get it. It's really funny. I have tons of experience on my own planet, so I'm fine.
Probably not true, but
Not really at all.
I'm the prince. Come on.
yeah, you're the prince. So your parents probably would be like, nope, you need to wait for a princess.
Fine. Anyway, we need more stuff to sell. What stuff would sell?
So yeah, are you actually actively doing anything, or should I get back to Astra and Erik?
I'm just looking around for stuff to sell. I don't
We
really know
could
what else
just
to
wait
sell.
for Astra and Erik to come with money.
I think I would wait for Astra and Erik.
Okay, Astra and Erik. You walk near-ish to your ship, but far enough away that it's not obvious where you're going. And this figure doesn't seem to be gaining on you at all, but it definitely has not let up in following you. I'll say each of you can give me one more perception check. Erik notices. Does Astra, though? No. Erik, you take a very quick glance back, a very subtle one, and you see a faint wisp of red hair poking out from under this cloak.
Oh. Oh.
I like how the girl from before, that's like the vaguest description ever.
Persephone.
Jesus.
From way before.
Angelica.
Guys, I think it's Katra.
I think it's
You weren't even around when you were not able to experience the greatness that was Katra.
I think it's red shirt number 2. That was a female character from my first campaign.
I think it's Sherry.
I think it's Eve from the story Adam and Eve.
That's a pretty good story. You guys,
Guys, I'm pretty sure it's Jesus.
It's actually Jesusta.
Jesus was a good character.
Jesus was the best character.
So Astra, do you want to confront them? So
What? Who are those people?
Adam and Eve exist in this universe.
I think there was a woman named Eve in this universe. Yeah, isn't that the name of the person who was in charge of the race on
Eve Stormwind?
Junker? It was no, Eve Stormwind was someone else. Who was? I don't even remember who that person was called.
Okay,
I have it in notes somewhere.
Does the myth of Adam and Eve exist in this universe?
No.
Call it a myth on my Christian. Okay.
On my Christian server?
Anyway,
You're kicked.
D&D.
You're banned.
Are you going to confront
I'm not gonna
her?
call it fact because that would just cause more debate.
Okay, well, either way, you're causing debate. So...
What religion is James?
Probably doesn't have one.
Here, like, can I make a religion check?
Sure.
Can I make a religion check to determine Erik's faith?
Sure.
How strongly do I believe?
Not really.
Shit. I'm going to hell.
I mean, would Erik really be that religious given what he's done?
Astra's a paladin, for fuck's sake.
Oh my gosh.
So in other words, our campaign is full of atheists.
Dang it. I don't want to.
Well, the gods aren't really a huge part of this campaign, in all fairness.
Erik's faith was shaken after Stuff happened to Erik.
My faith was shaken after the Fire Nation attack.
Quick, James, how religious are you? Actually, here's a fun one. Let's see how religious Sean is.
He is having sex outside of marriage.
My faith, my faith was shaken when a new killing game with Begin Again.
Ooh, let's check. Let's check how religious Persephone was.
You can't
For
make.
fuck's sake, people can stop. Can you
What
stop
about
rolling
Lana?
5? Everyone's fucking rolling 5s. That's 5 5s.
Okay.
Anyway.
let's see how religious Fundrone is.
You can't make roles for these characters.
Yeah, you can't because they have different modifiers. Anyway, what are you doing with this woman who's
Ooh.
following you?
I'm giving Astra a demonstration of the thing we discussed previously. No, but seriously, I think we should follow my advice.
Rob, that's disgusting.
Since we know who it is now, we should go back to the ship. That way, if we get into a fight, we have more people with us. She's probably trying to kill us over James looking into her bag anyways. Yeah, let's go back to the ship.
Okay, so you head back to the ship. Everyone basically sees Astra and Erik come home to the ship. Yeah. You guys all group up at the ship. The lady definitely does seem to be following you, but she has been following a bit further behind as you get closer to the ship.
Eric's gonna say this quietly. Guys, there's someone who's following us. We think it's the assassin lady from before, so if worse comes to worse, be prepared for a fight.
Ooh, great. Thanks, guys.
Do you have anything to sell?
Like a James, as James says that, you see this woman walk up, cloak gone somewhere, and she just walks up to her bike quite normally.
Your lady, can you sell? Wait.
No, okay. Eric's gonna approach. Should Erik approach her?
Hey, baby, you wanna get some
Eric's
drinks?
gonna approach her and just feel like. Wait, very important question. Are Sean and Lotta still preoccupied, or are they out here?
I'm gonna say after that roll, Sean and Lata are just stepping out of Sean's room as you get in.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask her, hey, do you want to confront her or not? Okay, let's just. If there's any time to confront. Seeing as Astra knows nothing about Sean and Lotta, like confront assassin lady. Okay, you can go confront them.
And I was like, "Hey, what do you guys think about confronting this woman?" And then as soon as you say, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a good," it's like, "Yeah, sure. You just handle that. I'm just going to be backing up here, hiding behind this wall. Have fun with that."
Okay, Eric's gonna speak out to her, just like, "Hey, why were you following us earlier?"
She doesn't look up. She just sort of is fiddling on something with her bike. Seems to be like getting a wrench out, just twisting some screws.
Just twisting the screws.
Okay, Eric's gonna try asking again, "Why were you following us?"
She looks up, quite aloof, and she looks around. You talking to me?
Yeah. Person who is following us.
You must be new here. People don't talk to each other here. And she just goes back to looking at a bike.
Okay. Should Erik be ballsy? Eric's feeling particularly sassy today, so here's what Erik is gonna do. Is it because you're upset that your your assassination contract failed? You know, seeing as you didn't actually kill Ripper.
You definitely get the feeling you've hit a nerve, and she looks quite She can't see her face because she's looking down, but her body does tense up a bit before she thinks for a moment, continues moving this wrench around. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. Astra, anything you want to say?
Wouldn't dream of it. Bloody business, not my thing.
Okay. Whatever. You do you, you know?
Same to you.
By the way, next time you try to follow someone, make it slightly less obvious, you know? Got to be good at your job and all that stuff. You're a bit sloppy right
She
now.
pulls out a phone and seems to tap some numbers into it.
Tapping those numbers.
Anyway, have a
911.
great day.
Yeah, are you doing anything else?
Selling things.
In the face with a baseball bat an option?
You could.
I don't think I should though. Oh well.
Can I sell slave labor?
Slave labia.
Labor.
Slave labia.
Can I sell my good working time?
Ash has 1,000 gold, apparently.
Oh, that would be helpful to know earlier.
I know a way we can make money.
Can we? Okay, let's pool our gold. How much do we have now? Because Lotta had like 4,000 or whatever, right?
5,000.
5,000. Bongo, how much do you have now?
That's
After selling everything?
1,900.
So that's and I have 1,966.
Round that to 1,900.
Fine. God. So 8,000 plus
1,800, which is 9,800.
it's like 9,000 something. I can't do math at all.
9,800.
Okay, that's pretty much enough for a ship, right?
Okay, Eric's gonna pitch in 200 gold to make an even 10,000.
Okay. You should probably send Erik. We should send Erik out to buy a ship because he's the most charismatic. I'm gonna suggest this idea. Be like, go get us a ship.
As you guys are talking, have you left the door to your ship open?
I would assume not, because we don't need to keep an eye on that lady anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear a knock, a very loud knock at your ship's door.
Okay.
Open it up.
Have you heard
Yeah,
about
Go
our
and
Lord
open
and
it.
Savior
Open up.
Jesus Christ?
You see two of these lavender armored guards, and they sort of scan the inside of your ship real quick. May we come in?
What for?
We just need to arrest two of you.
Um,
Which of us and why?
You two, and he points to Astra and Erik, and that's none of your business.
it's a good thing you made friends with the person.
I'm gonna close the door.
We're going to be taking you straight to the boss. You've got some explaining to do. You don't actually recognize any of these lavender armored guards, by the way. Like, these aren't the ones who you talked to earlier. Yeah, the boss.
Okay.
May have heard of her. She's
Yeah,
she's a pretty intimidating person. Ilias.
Yeah, we
You don't wanna
talked
mess
to
with her.
Ilias earlier today.
Yeah, like
We'll go
you
again.
would have talked to Ilias. Come on now. I've got handcuffs.
No, we'll come freely.
Okay, I'm still going to handcuff you.
Do you have to if we're coming freely?
Do I have to beat you up, knock you out, then drag you there? Interesting. You're actually willing to fight us.
Can I ask Eric about this?
I haven't been in years, and it's just so liberating to actually have use of my hands, you know? Plus, just nervous twitch. I always need to, like, fiddle with my thumbs and stuff. Very hard to do that in handcuffs, so...
I could cut off your thumbs. That would help.
Would it?
Most definitely. Wouldn't be twiddling them. So you're gonna come, or you're gonna make it difficult?
I don't know, Astra. What do you think?
Got any certification there?
God damn it, Astra.
But Sean is like, what?
Got
Astra
any
said that out loud.
certification?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Astra would not be saying that.
I completely did not. That completely went over my head, which is quite funny because those things usually don't go over my head.
Got any certification?
It was ook. So you coming or
Hello.
not?
Can anyone?
Astra, are we coming or not?
Hello.
Oh, Dabo,
Hello.
we cannot hear you.
Do you have any certification?
We're gonna have to handcuff you. That's how it works here.
Not
Have you not seen
answering
us? We're in
the
charge.
Question.
I mean,
You're saying you don't have
what I've seen, you
certification.
normally don't arrest people. Normally, you just beat them up or kill them on the spot, which is
Yes,
the main reason.
but
why
we're more civilized than the rest of the scum here.
So you don't have certification. Just gonna ignore my question there. It's very
I'm not talking to the teenager over there. And he looks directly towards Jake.
Excuse
Don't mind
me,
him,
I
he's
just
innocent
turned
enough
20
anyways.
yesterday.
Well, happy birthday.
I wouldn't actually say that.
Happy birthday.
So I guess you want this to be
Eric's gonna-
difficult then?
Eric's going to say that about James.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Now, are you coming or not?
Astra, are we coming or not?
We need some time to discuss this.
Okay. One of them's going to cast a spell.
Wait,
I'm
what's the
gonna
one
shoot
doing?
Let me
my
just
laser
Google the
rifle.
spell to make sure I get it right.
I think I know what spell you're gonna use.
Oh, you probably do.
Kill. What is it? Word kill or whatever it's called.
No, God no.
No, not that.
It's instantly dead.
I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
an
oh, this is
illusion magic.
okay. Okay, how many hit points
Oh
does
my
Eric?
God.
How many hit points does Eric have?
A lot less than 68?
I'm just checking.
45.
Hmm.
Eric has 45.
Okay, cool. I'm just checking. Okay, Eric falls asleep. How many hit points does? How many hit points does Astra have? 79. Okay, so you do not fall asleep. But you feel this sleep effect almost take hold of you, and you just manage to shake it off. One of the guards moves over and just basically picks up Eric, unless anyone's going to try and stop him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stop him.
Are you going to like attack him? Actually, no. It would be everyone who has below 68 HP would fall asleep,
Oh, well,
which I
good
believe
job.
is probably everyone, right?
Except for me, I have 70.
Oh, and Astra. So Dimble and Astra are fine.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I got 62.
Okay. Look, we don't have to do this. We're not going to kill you or hurt you or anything. We just need to take you back to the boss. Just got some talking to you for you to do, and you're free to go.
So you personal with the boss?
Yeah.
So
We have to restrain him. And we're gonna have to restrain you too, if you resist.
So why'd you need to do that if he just asked the question?
Because he didn't fucking shut up.
That's a fair point.
Alright, do as you please. Dimble is going to try and follow them. Once they
Try and
leave.
what them?
Dimble is going to try to follow them once they leave.
Okay. You're welcome to come with us. And he sort of just picks up Erik. Unless either of you are actually directly going to try and stop him. There's 2 guards here, by the way.
If I come with, do I have to be handcuffed?
No.
Fine.
You're not under arrest.
Then I'll just come with.
Okay, one of the other guard moves over to put handcuffs on Astra.
Did
If
he use
you
a
are
hand
going
flute
to...
like they did in Don't Starve?
No. It's basically... Sleep spell is basically the pan flute. Yes, you could. Are you gonna, like, let them put your handcuffs on you? You put the sword on your back, and they handcuff you. Your hands behind your back, and they even handcuff Erik as they sort of carry him off. So Astra and Erik are being led away, and Dimble's following. Everyone else is asleep. They lead you all the way to the lavender area, the area. So the place you literally just were and just came back from. And you're led directly inside. Dimble is allowed to follow, and you're led into the room. No, not led into the room. The guard knocks on the door. It's like, yeah, we've got those prisoners that Zaya called about. And from the other side, you hear Ilias like, yes, send them in. And the door opens, and you're led inside. Sleeping Erik is just thrown on the floor, and you wake up from the impact as Astra's in there too with handcuffs. Dimble's just waiting on the sideline. And it's like, oh, you again. And the guards sort of excuse again. It's like, leave us. And the guards leave her to it. Because one of my confidants said that you were harassing her. I didn't know it was you, of course.
I mean, you could say we harassed her. On the other hand, it was because she was following us, so we more confronted her over that, so...
She was following you?
Yeah.
That's peculiar. She typically is... Well, I don't suppose there's any harm in telling you this. She's a hitman. She typically takes out people who I deem a threat to me.
Yeah, we worked that out.
However, she'd only be following you if she thought you were a threat to me. But I don't know why she'd think that. You don't seem to be bad people. Seem to share a similar opinion.
Bad in her sense.
Yeah.
Well, this has become slightly more complicated. She sort of thinks for a moment and just pulls out a small messaging device and just sends a message. She'll be over sooner rather than later.
Okay.
This is all very confusing.
Out. Because whatever it is, it's just some sort of misunderstanding, seeing as I don't think we've even been on your planet long enough to cause too much trouble.
I mean, considering when you went to Junko, you literally killed someone on the first, 5 minutes of being there. I think that's a good place to end it. As, it's just like, well, I guess we'll have to see what comes of this.
Basically, we got nothing done. Kind of stood in this.
Oh no, you got a lot done.
We got a lot done.
Sean and Lada especially got a lot done.
Most definitely. No, but you did get a lot done. It's one of those things that it doesn't seem obvious what you've got done, but you have got a lot done. I mean, a major character death, Ripper, who everyone knew and loved for such a long time.
Man, Ripper, can we start a can we bring Ripper back, please?
I think we should be able to resurrect Ripper, guys.
Resurrect Ripper?
He's clearly the most important character that deserves.
We can resurrect
That
Ripper
deserves-
after we've resurrected Sherry.
Sherry,
we
who's
can't.
that? She's clearly not important. I've already forgotten about her.
So how are your guys' day today?
Good.
My day
Yeah.
it was completely ruined by your existence.
So yeah, what do you think of that session? I know it's a bit of a weird one in that there was no combat, very RP heavy and stuff, but it's a setup to this thing, which is a really weird arc, I guess.
I don't know how we're getting out this planet, but
I feel like it makes sense that you feel like it did nothing because you didn't move anywhere in that sense. I understand that.
I know what we might have did.
also
I-
I'm pretty sure my planet is being like destroyed right now.
Or we might have just made a new alliance.
Basically, yeah. This is more of a setup into the next session. Will definitely resolve more of these things.
I really just want to find out if my planet's destroyed or not.
Yeah, James is like, can we fucking go?
Hypothetical question. See, like, Planet and Black Seal Bazaar works together. Would they have enough power to actually counter Arcana?
Depends what you mean by counter Arcana.
I
If you
mean,
mean
the bad
take out the
people-
bad parts of Arcana, yeah. You feel like you didn't have enough before, but if you could get people from the Black Steel Bazaar to follow you, you'd have a sizable army. Especially because this woman in particular, this woman whose names I keep forgetting because all of the names I make sound similar. Ilias in particular seems quite tough for being a leader of this place for 3 months.
Ooh, it will be really fun to see if Erik can come into contact with the
Illias.
Syndicate.
Hideous.
Yeah, that Ilias.
Anyway, we should play a game tomorrow.
Yeah, we should.
We should
Lime
play
said
Robot Roller Derby Disco with platform.
No.
Yeah,
was-
that.
that was fun, but it was like hard to learn. And I think Rob had no idea what he was doing when he was
We
playing.
didn't do the training.
Yeah. We need one more copy though, don't we?
I can give a copy to Lime. I have more copies.
Do you have money in your account or whatever?
I already bought like a bunch more copies.
Alright. You should give a copy of the line we play tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure for me the main thing the main thing is just like the control scheme is really, really weird.
In all fairness, having E be stop moving as a control is just weird as a button. I've never had that before in a game where it's like, here's the stop moving button, apart from like Angel of Darkness, where you had a button to hold on to things, which was just a really weird button.
League has that kind of, but you don't use it.
But yeah, but here's the thing, like, it's not really the same.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of auto run.
Very unintuitive.
I rarely use the stop though, so
Yeah.
I only used it in the basketball game mode.
yeah, that's the only time you kind of need it.
I did the most amazing Smite play today. I know nobody cares about Smite, but it was funny. I ran around a wall being chased by a Scylla. The Scylla jumped over the wall, and I blinked back over the wall, and it was like, I spam laughed as Ra, which is the most annoying thing ever.
Wait, your account is TD Roblox.
Watch
my
out,
alt-
watch out. You might trigger Nihi.
That's my yeah. You will trigger me. Oh my gosh, she got so triggered.
I don't like Jesus Christ. She got so triggered.
Cheeky.
I can't
Wanna know what you
believe-
can do? You should post results for TDR2.
I should.
Oh,
Basically,
TD Roblox.
she was annoyed that Bongo wasn't. Basically, she was like, you should feel bad. No, she didn't say this literally, but she basically implied that Bongo should feel bad about doing something that he did like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Like, it's
Who cares anymore?
I make fun of him
Why,
because I
someone
was
still-
there and I was like, what? There we go.
It's funny now at this point.
Are you still recording?
Oh yeah.
Can you stop recording? Because I want to say something.